Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey, I'm Shawn Mendes.
This is Selena Gomez.
Drizzy Drake.
Taylor Swift.
Post Malone.
Camila Cabello.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Right here. Turn up.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
I can feel
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. Roz. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
$20,000. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Can we start now, guys?
Yes, please.
And now it's time for the game everybody loves to play.
It's like charades, but you make the noise of clues with your mouth. It's Mouth Charades. So get ready, get silly, and start to make those mouth charades.
Oh, man, such a fun game. We haven't played this in a while.
Whatever. This whole thing is a charade.
I know that you are looking forward so much to this game today, Ross.
I was so enjoying life not having to lose to you two cheaters in Mouth Charades.
What are you talking about? Prove
and
it,
then
bro.
I saw it in the schedule and it ruined my day.
Oh,
so
sorry. Well,
just so you know.
Sorry,
But
what are
you're
you saying?
going into this like that. Now, how are you going to do?
Okay, because
You backing out then?
No, I'm not backing out, you chump.
Okay, well.
What are you, chicken?
No, I don't like the feeling that I'm being cheated. I also, even less than that, like to admit that maybe that I'm not good at something.
I think it's that.
Okay. So it's one of those two. I go back and forth between just like massive feelings of insecurity and anxiety because I'm just no good at Mouth Charades to then feeling like I'm cheated, which is maybe a defense mechanism, but also I think partly true. So the deal is Maury has clues in front of him. He will give the clues very much like charades, as you heard from the theme song. Only Maury will give the clues just with his mouth. It's Mouth Charades. Only able to make sounds. No pantomiming, no hand movements, no nothing, no body movements, no
pants.
anything. No, I did not say no pants.
Maury only hears what he wants to hear.
I know. So Maury, anytime you're ready, Mocha, I believe you might have won the last time.
Which means that's a Roz word.
Yeah, I mean, I've won all the times.
Okay, so I get to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you're going to hear is a ding to signify the 20 seconds that Roz and I each have to scream out the answer to the clue. And then at the end of the 20 seconds, I believe is a double buzz.
Okay.
All right?
Yes. Okay.
So, are we ready?
Yeah.
That is like a vacuum. It's like a high-pitched, like a drill. That's a drill. That's definitely a Makita. No, that's a, what is that?
Power drill.
I said drill.
He said drill.
I was waiting for the word power.
What other kind of drill is there?
Maury honestly doesn't know. Come on, man. I give that one to you.
Like a hand drill? Like what kind
Like
of
a
drill?
crank?
What kind of drill were you thinking of?
Well, I needed the word power.
Oh my God.
You know what?
Thank
you get
you.
that point.
Thank
you get that
you.
point. You said it.
Look at
you
that.
Get that point.
I take everything I said back about you two cheaters at the beginning of this, by the way. I take it all back.
Hold on. Now I checked the official rules.
Yeah.
You should have said power drill.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, yeah. See?
Shut up.
Okay, next.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, a turkey. Two turkeys?
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
Shut up. Shut up.
Are you serious? That was just a guess.
Look at this. Two turkeys spelled T-W-O.
No.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up with your two turkeys. You guys are two turkeys. Now you know why, right? Now you know why I hate this game.
Why?
All right, my turn. Go. I'm on a roll.
Okay.
Power drill. Power drill. That is a hungry dad. Okay, hungry daddy. That is frustrated. That is angry. That's a bear.
Roaring bear.
You said it.
This is too late.
You
though.
said it, but it's too late. But see, you're getting it.
He should get half a point for
No, she shouldn't.
For saying daddy.
No, there's no half points, Maury.
Again, Maury only hears what he wants to hear.
Right, I know. You only heard daddy and all that, huh? You only heard daddy.
Yeah, and then I tuned out.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
That is the wind, air, an airplane taking off. That is blowing bubbles, blowing a balloon.
Yes!
No.
Yeah.
You shut up.
Blowing up a balloon.
You too. I swear to God. Oh, look at you. Why are you clapping?
Yeah,
You're not
why are you
supposed to be on
clapping?
anybody's side right now.
I'd clap if you got one right.
You're just the clue. I did get one right. You didn't clap.
You didn't say power.
Oh, shut up. Wow. See what I mean? This is fixed against me.
It's not
Nobody
fixed.
wants me to win.
No, I want you to
Go,
win.
my word, go. I'm on a roll.
Okay, hang on.
What's the score, by the way?
2-1 for me.
Oh.
Yeah, you're on a big roll.
Shut up.
Ready, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
That is... Ooh, God, that's so... Is it disgusting? Is this grandpa? This is old man face. This is... You are chewing. You are hungry daddy.
Speaking moistly.
Speaking moistly? You said no words.
I didn't do words.
I guess you're not allowed to do words.
I did the sounds of the moistly.
Speaking moistly. All right, go, Mocha, for the win. I still want one more, by the way.
Laughing? A monkey jumping. A monkey that is jumping on a couch, jumping on a mattress.
That's like a
squeaky couch or a squeaky mattress.
Yes!
Shut up. Shut up, you two.
Oh, you know that sound.
What was it? Squeaky couch?
mattress.
Squeaky mattress?
Yeah.
That's such a guess.
You two.
No, that was a guess. I swear.
Holy.
That
I
came
swear.
naturally to you.
Oh, listen, look to me like you were hyperventilating. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it took a lot out of me to make that sound.
the ventilator shortage is what I would have guessed. Okay.
You want to do just one more?
Yeah.
One more, just for fun?
Just to
Okay.
see if what I can get. I cannot get another one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go. That is wind. That is stop moving your shoulders. That is you're shuffling. You're scuffing your feet. That is. What is that?
Swimming.
Excuse me.
I never would have got that one.
Excuse me.
Swimming? That is swimming?
Picture me doing the breaststroke.
Okay, I'm going to close my eyes. I want you to
Yeah.
do that again. Maybe it's because I was looking at your mouth,
No, look
which
at
is
my,
always a mistake, by the way,
No, look at the whole body.
for anybody who ever made me Maury. Go again, Maury.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Yeah.
That's how you play Mouth Charades.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello. It's Roz Mocha. Is it Ange or Ang?
And
All right, Ange. This is what you wrote to us.
Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I just started talking to this guy right before COVID started, and I'm not really feeling him, but I don't want to hurt him in COVID as he is an essential worker. I've also been asked out by my ex and my former coworker in this time, and I don't know if I am just looking for excitement in COVID. Could I be ruining a good thing because of COVID? Should I let this guy loose? Wow. So
Wait.
how many guys you got after you now?
so it's so funny. I keep saying this. I'm not that hot, but it's been a lot. It was in such a
times.
short period of time.
Yeah,
like within 2 weeks of each other, just like, hey, how are you? And then my coworker, I had recently gotten laid off in March, like a week before the complete shutdown. And then he was laid off later that month. But I reached out to him to say, hey, I heard about it. We got to talking, and then he asked me out. And just a snowball effect from there.
Okay, so how many guys do you have after you right now? 3?
3, and there's this guy from church, but he doesn't count because I'm not interested.
Okay, so not the guy. So 3, 4 if we can't count the guy from church.
Yes.
Okay.
How many of them have you seen, though?
Only the coworker, because I fractured my foot back in April, and I was joking around about how, I would love to be in the LCBO line, but I can't. So he brought over some drinks. It was social distancing still because my porch is quite large. So he was at one end, I was at the other end, and then he made a move.
I like a woman with a large porch.
Wait, sorry. You said he made a move, as in moved closer to you and then into the house?
Yes.
Okay, I will say this with the other guys, the guys that you know, I think that a lot of that has to do with it's very difficult to hook up with people right now because there are a lot of responsible people and people you don't want to break the rules, and also our world just got thrown upside down, and so I think that what a lot of this is are the men in your life are wanting something familiar, something that feels a little bit like home, something that is a little nostalgic and it brings them back to a better time. And so your phone starts ringing because maybe it's easier to convince an ex to come by and break the rules.
Here I thought I was so desirable.
Well, you listen, big porch or no big porch, you know, you got to kind of take this for what it is. And that is people are lonely and people want familiar and they want things to go back to the way that they were.
But I think Ange is doing the exact same thing though.
You are, yeah. Yeah. So I think that you're looking at this doctor. First of all, if you're not into him, just let the guy go. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not going to suddenly get more into him.
Yeah.
You know, you got to let him go, and then just deal with all your other men. You know, but the question comes this: do you want to sit there and have guys over to the house for a drink, you know, outside on the deck, and not do anything? Is that fulfilling some sort of need, or is that just even more frustrating for you? Or what are you looking to get out of this?
So this was supposed to be my hot girl summer,
right?
And that didn't happen. I was supposed to be in Italy this entire month, and obviously that didn't happen either. So it's just been like a roller coaster of things. And I think you are right. I think maybe I'm just entertaining it because I'm bored.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got that broke foot summer coming up.
Yeah. We're so
3 more weeks and I'll be out of my cast.
It doesn't sound though, Ange, it doesn't sound like you're looking right now for a relationship. You're just looking to have fun.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah. And these guys, 2 out of the 3 guys are looking to have fun. It seems like your essential worker boyfriend, non-boyfriend, is looking at this as a potentially full relationship.
You know what I think it is? I think that, like I said, we started talking just right before COVID started. Mm-hmm. So his social circle immediately got canceled out. He is a doctor. And so he ended up sharing a lot with me about how frustrating it was and how, you know, he can see a lot of his coworkers being burnt out and those struggles. And I was always ready to listen to that. But I also think it got too real for him too quickly because he didn't have a social circle anymore.
Hey, are you the thing that he's waiting for when all this is over? Are you guys like talking like, oh my God, when this is all over and we can finally get together, it's going to be just like fireworks and magic and craziness? He is, but you're not? You don't entertain that? You don't let him say that stuff without shutting it down because you say, I'm not interested?
I say, you know what, let's just play it by whatever happens. Like, let's just get through the next couple of months. Because it's honestly how I feel. I've been my whole life a planner and literally my life went to hell in March.
Yeah, you seem like a good planner, but you're terrible at actually making a decision.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Right? So you got to cut the doctor out of your life. Like, that's first and foremost.
Yeah, I will.
Right?
I don't know. Yeah, geez, it's so tough because you don't even have any options. Like, even if you wanted to go for one of the guys, even if the guy from church suddenly, got in the running,
no.
What are you going to do? You can't really see anybody.
He's the type of person that would drive in front of my house every day just to wave. And I'm like, not about that life.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, go for that guy.
I'm rooting for church guy.
Go for that guy.
Yeah.
You and the rest of my family.
Yeah, see?
What do you need us for?
They know.
There you go, Ange. Hope we gave you a little bit of clarity with this situation, though.
You did. I think you're absolutely right. I think I'm entertaining it because I'm also bored.
Yes.
My options are limited. And if I don't want it, I don't want it. And I have to be honest about that.
Oh, and one final thing, Ange, before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
As much as I love Roz for being a smooth, cool dude, I am originally from Kitchener. I am Guyanese, so my favorite is Mocha.
Yeah. You don't have to diss me while you say that, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You see that clip of Trump yesterday talking about wearing a mask? Well, he did two things. He talked about getting tested for COVID, which we'll play in a second, which is just so incredible. Did you send the other clip through, the mask clip through? And so Trump went to the Ford plant yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a mask-only policy, right?
Yeah.
But like he looks at the mask as a sign of weakness, and he doesn't want to be seen wearing a mask.
Meanwhile, he's telling the country, everyone actually is telling the world, wear a mask.
Yeah, he's not, though. But listen to this clip when when a reporter asked if he wore a mask.
Well, I had one on before. I wore one in this back area, but I didn't want to give the press the pleasure of seeing it. But no, where I had it in the back area, I did put a mask on.
I didn't want to give the press the pleasure of seeing me in a mask, meaning like I've caved at this point.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
Because one picture of me in a mask, then y'all are going to start making fun of me.
No, because it just means that everybody else is right and he's wrong. Like it's as if like wearing a mask now is some sort of weird sign of weakness. But the best part is, so he's been taking the hydroxy, whatever the hell that drug is.
Oh yeah, the malaria drug, right?
The malaria drug, yeah. And so listen to him try and explain something as simple as taking a COVID test and the test results are negative.
I had a 2-week regimen of hydroxychloroquine, and I'm still here. And I tested very positively in another sense. So this morning, I tested positively toward negative, right? So no, I tested perfectly this morning. Meaning I tested negative. But that's a way of saying it. Positively toward the negative.
Okay?
I positively tested negative. You idiot. Come on, man.
Is that not the most difficult way to say I tested negative?
Yeah, just say. He doesn't like to accept like defeat. Not defeat, but like say anything negative.
It's what happens.
Including the word negative.
When somebody is in the middle of a lie and they just keep throwing words out, right? Or they don't know how to get themselves out of a very simple question. I
gotta hear this again.
They try and spin it in some weird way.
I had a 2-week regimen of hydroxychloroquine, and I'm still here. And I tested very positively in another sense. So this morning, I tested positively toward negative, right? So no, I tested perfectly this morning. Meaning I tested negative. But that's a way of saying it. Positively toward the negative.
But the best part is that his attitude, like when you listen to the way he talks, he clarifies at the end, not because he screwed up. He clarifies at the end, and his tone is like, and just in case you idiots don't understand what I'm talking about, I mean negative.
Yeah,
right? Like it's on them, right?
Positively toward the negative.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh my God, what a weekend. I was all going down at Trinity Bellwoods on the weekend, huh? Everybody getting in trouble. Yeah. Everybody getting in trouble. 10,000 people showed up, all just doing stupid stuff.
Well, what's the answer, really?
Well, everybody, this is what happens, is that everybody goes to a place like Trinity Bellwoods Park, and they're all sitting there with their friends, and then they just look around, they go, oh my God, I can't believe how many people are here.
Yeah, you start talking trash about everybody else.
But you're all doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, you idiots.
Yeah, like that's the problem.
Sipping on your White Claw.
Right. And then, of course, John Tory went down, the mayor, and he started talking to people, and he had a mask on, but he was like one of these guys wearing the mask around his chin. And then he had to apologize. So this is what John Tory said. I want to apologize.
Also, he wasn't even like staying far away from people.
No.
He was like right next to them.
He was like doing selfies.
Part of the squad.
Yes. He goes, I want to apologize for my personal behavior yesterday. I visited Trinity Bellwoods Park to try to determine why things were the way they were.
I don't know.
I had to go undercover.
Maybe it's because the sun was out and it was blazing hot.
Yeah, exactly. In order to catch a Bellwoods douche, I must become a Bellwoods douche. It was undercover work. I get it, Mayor. I get it. Okay, I've
Not
seen that
fully
movie
undercover.
before.
My mouth was exposed.
Says I fully intended to properly physical distance, but it was very difficult to do. I wore a mask to the park, but I failed to use it properly. Another thing I'm disappointed about. these were mistakes that I made, and as a leader of this city, I know that I must set a better example going forward. Yes, you should.
Didn't he have people with him, though? The mayor? Like, he didn't just show up solo.
Yeah, I know.
Like, somebody, one of his people should have been like...
But the whole thing with masks is it's so new to everybody too. Like
I know.
It would be minutes before you'd realize, oh my God, he took his mask off, right? Just say you're on in order to catch a Bellwoods douche, I must become a Bellwoods douche.
Somebody hand me my White Claw.
Yeah, it's undercover work, man. I get it. One of the people who lives around Trinity Bellwoods, this woman went viral over the weekend. Angela Gabbett lives right across the street from Trinity Bellwoods, and she was going on about how everybody was peeing on the side of her house.
Yeah, it was really, really bad because the city decided to open up all of the parks and not open up all of the bathrooms. So yesterday, reports say, I don't know if this is correct or not, that 10,000 people were in the park. 10,000 people, no bathrooms. You do the math. So all of us live on the street. And then what happened? Everyone was coming to pee on the side. Imagine people urinating on the side of your house on the walls. My 10-year-old saw 3 ladies and 2 men urinating on the wall right here. I caught a girl coming to the side, and I caught her with her putting her pants down, and I told her she should be ashamed of herself. How is it possible that people think that it's okay? This isn't Woodstock, you know, and people think it's okay to not follow the safety measures, blatant disregards towards our health workers, and blatant disregards towards the people that live in this community. Again, urinating.
There you go.
And it just wasn't just pee either.
No, that's awful.
I know. Terrible human beings, every single one of you.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
When did McDonald's release the Clean It video, Maury?
The what?
When was that? Like a long time ago? Okay, so I love corporate training videos. You and I have done corporate training videos. We've been asked to, from this company, from Rogers, to like, hey, will you guys say hi to new employees and stuff in a video? And it's always wild, right? Because corporate training videos, when you get a new job, you go sit there and you want to watch a video, and it's just like, come on, man.
Do you know that in the building, in their corporate training offices for new employees,
right?
There are cardboard cutouts of you and I.
No, there's not. Is there really? Yeah. Like a welcome to the company. Take your picture with a cardboard Roz Mocha. I love it.
Yeah.
That's the height of success. See, they often ask you, how do you know you made it? That's when you know.
Cardboard cutout.
So this is from back in the day, McDonald's, where new employees were hired. You had to sit and watch this video about keeping like the workspace clean.
Now, did they think that the employees, as they were cleaning, that they were going to be singing this song?
Oh, they're so jazzed at this point. Right? Give me the mop!
It almost sounds like too good, like of a produced piece of promotional video.
Yeah, and then they look at you and go, yeah, you're starting in the bathroom.
Just clean it.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Season 15 of America's Got Talent is back on CityTV at 8 o'clock tonight.
Terry Crews is on hold. We'll get to Terry in just a couple of seconds. But, man, they are cranking out the clips. Did you see this clip of Archie Williams?
Broke my heart.
From America's Got Talent. So this is what they're leading with, and it's just incredible. So listen to this. This is the intro for the show.
My name is Archie Williams.
Then where are you from, Archie?
I'm from Louisiana. I was just incarcerated for 37 years for somebody else's crime.
Ooh.
DNA freed me.
So crazy. And then he sings.
On the morning of December the 9th of 1982, a 30-year-old white woman was raped and stabbed in her home. I was arrested on January the 4th. I couldn't believe it was really happening I knew I was innocent. I didn't commit a crime. But being a poor black kid, I didn't have the economic ability to fight the state of Louisiana. At the trial, none of the fingerprints at the scene matched mine. 3 people testified that I was at home, but they wanted somebody to pay.
Can you imagine?
I was sentenced to life in 80 years without the possibility of parole or probation. I was sent to Angola State Penitentiary. It was classified as the bloodiest prison in the United States.
Like, come on.
Right, yeah. And
this is what they're using to promote tonight's show.
Yeah, this guy he did 37 years and he got out and he went to America's Got Talent. Like, and he sang too, right?
No more of your darkness.
Bro, I'm going to cry.
Come on. Don't look at me.
All my pictures.
He's got a beautiful voice, though.
Seem to fade to black and white.
Anyway, I can't wait to talk to Terry Crews. This is what they're leading with, and AGT on tonight.
It's going to make everybody cry?
I know. America's Got Talent.
Oh, my God.
Tonight's City at 8 o'clock.
Terry Crews, it's Roz Mocha. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
What's going on? We're all sitting here in tears, man. We just went through the Archie Williams audition.
Oh, isn't that amazing, bro? Isn't that just amazing?
When you're there, because when it's so designed with the music and the video and the everything else, but none of that happens when you first meet a guy like Archie on a show like America's Got Talent. So what was it like for you in that moment?
Well, first, we have I'm responsible for all the pre-interviews. So a lot of what I do doesn't even make it on air. I sit and talk to all these acts really in depth. And dude, I was in tears in that interview. I mean, just the injustice that this man has gone through in his life, 37 years, wrongly convicted, and getting the opportunity and watching America's Got Talent while he was in prison.
Oh my God.
No, like when it comes to somebody like Archie, where he has this incredible story and he's affected you, Terry Crews, so much, do you keep in contact with people like him? Do you form friendships with any of the contestants?
Oh yeah, all the time. I mean, it's funny because, he's learning how to do his life again. I mean, he literally didn't have a cell phone. I mean, he's trying to operate a cell phone. He's learning about social media and the whole thing. And I hit him up, via Instagram. And he got his first Instagram account. And he's going, what in the world? You know what I mean? And I love this man with my whole heart. And 21 million views just of the preview. I mean, just on YouTube. That was crazy.
How far did you guys get in? Because I remember the last day that you guys were able to shoot, which is how we showed up in the hazmat suit. Heidi was sent home because she may or may not have, at the time, had COVID-19 and nobody knew. So how far did you guys get, and how much of this show is going to be sort of auditions from while self-isolating?
No, we got a lot done. I mean, to be honest, we were only probably 3 days we missed. I mean, because we were ready to go and the whole thing, but we were one of the last shows to keep going. But we did a ton of stuff, we had no audience. And by the time we got done, it was only we were down to 3 judges, which is crazy.
You know what Howie's like? Do you ever think you're ever going to get Howie back into an auditorium with that many people?
First of all, Howie is the smartest man in the universe right now. You know what I mean? He thought this years ago. Everybody's like, Howie, you are like the prophet.
Yeah.
There's John the Baptist and there's Howie Mandel. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, what in the world? You called it. But, he's serious, man. And, I have to say, just being with Howie is one of the reasons why the set was safe. Because he really, really understood how these things travel and how this thing goes. And he's like, no, we got to be over here. And you know what? Yeah, I'm done with the fist bumps. I'm done with that. And I'm going to stand over here. And it was like watching Howie do his thing, you start to understand what social distancing was all about and how to stay healthy and something like this.
Terry Crews is on the Roz Mocha show. And how are you doing, man? Like, how's your family and everything? Everyone keeping safe?
It's wild because I have to say a very weird and challenging 2020. My wife was diagnosed with the breast cancer a month before the whole shutdown, and she was amazingly proactive and got in and had a double mastectomy 2 weeks before stay-at-home orders. Right when I was shooting AGT, she went into surgery, and it was crazy, man. It was a lot going on. I don't even know. It's just surreal. It's one of those things where you like, did I go through that, or did I exist through this thing? You know, you kind of like, it's a blur. But she made it out. She's 100% cancer free. But the big deal too is she was immunocompromised. So, you know, we had to be extra careful that she didn't get sick or didn't have any contact with corona during this time.
Wow, that's pretty incredible, man. America's Got Talent is back on CityTV, 8 o'clock tonight. Terry Crews, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to join us on the Roz Mocha Show.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. You know, and isn't it like Dream Daddy, Roz?
Oh, stop it. What does it matter with you?
Terry Crews also Dream Daddy Roz.
Yeah,
I love it.
I know I heard that somewhere. You know, Dream Daddy Roz.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Terry Crews, you are the absolute best. Thank you so much. You be safe.
You got it, my man. Take care.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Can I press that button that does that thing?
Oh, yes, you can.
30 seconds or less.
30 seconds or less. Very simple game. Hello, Mocha.
Hello, Roz.
Contestant number 1. Hello, Maury.
Bonjour.
Contestant number 2. You guys will be going head to head today, and we get a lot of requests for things that you guys would attempt to accomplish in 30 seconds or less.
By the way, if you have a suggestion, 925-555, please text us.
I got a lot of Dr. Seuss requests.
Oh, no.
Can you read an entire Dr. Seuss book or poem or whatever in 30 seconds or less? The problem is it's just impossible because some of these, even if you just read them normally, they're like 4 minutes long.
Yeah, pages on pages on pages.
Pages on pages. So even if you attempt to do it.
So you're changing the name of the show to 4 minutes or less?
So, Maury, I'm going to hand you something right now, which is a copy of Green Eggs and Ham.
Oh, no.
So if you could just start from the top, Maury, and just give people a little refresher on Green Eggs and Ham.
I am Sam. I am Sam. Sam I am. That Sam I am. That Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Would you like green eggs and ham?
Yeah.
I do not
Green
like
Eggs and Ham.
I love that.
So we get this. Maury, are you familiar with Dr. Seuss?
Oh, please.
Okay. So here's the interesting thing about Green Eggs and Ham.
Okay.
There are 50 words in Green Eggs and Ham.
Okay.
The whole book is written with using 50 words. So, Maury, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hand you a piece of paper face down. These are all 50 words inside Green Eggs and Ham. Leave it face down. Mocha, I'm going to hand you the same piece of paper.
Okay.
When you start the clock, we'll do this one at a time. Who would like to go first?
I guess Maury should go first.
No, I went first last time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow, you look so hurt right now. Also, your hair is beautifully feathered, by the way.
Thank you. I put zero effort into this.
You look like the Fall Guy. Okay, there's about 4 people who got that reference. So, Mocha, if you would like to, I'll count you down, start the clock, and flip the sheet over, and please attempt to read all 50 words from Green Eggs and Ham in 30 seconds or less.
I am an anywhere, RB, boat, box, car, could, dark, do, eat, eggs, fox, goat, good, green, ham, here, house, I, if, in, let me, may, me, mouse, not on, or rain, Sam, say, see, so, thank, the, that, the, them, there, they, tree, try, will, with, would you?
You did it. 24 seconds. 24 seconds. 24 seconds. Maury?
Yes, sir.
And go.
I am and anywhere and be box.
Pause. You screwed up.
You failed. Thanks for playing, everybody.
Okay, Maury, the trick is this. Okay, you actually have to read all 50 words. Okay?
Yeah.
Maury, in 30 seconds or less, and go.
I am and anywhere RB box, car, could, dark, do, eat, eggs, fox, goat, good, green, ham, here, house, I, if, in, let, like, may, me, mouse, not, nor, or, rain, Sam, say, see, so, thank, that, the, them, there, they, then, train, tree, try, will, with, would, you.
Now,
I would say...
Here's the you didn't do it because I should have stopped you at word 3 because that's where you went wrong. But we let you continue.
And allow you to get 47 of them even more wrong.
Okay. So, Maury, would you like to try again?
Yes.
Okay. Look at him. He's got the sheet up, like holding it so close to his face, like following along with a finger.
It's like how I'm teaching my kid to read right now.
I know.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Okay, Maury.
3, 2, 1.
I am and anywhere are, be, boat, box, car, could, dark, do, eat, eggs, fox, goat.
No.
What?
You failed already.
Yeah,
no, I'm literally playing back. I read every word.
Okay. We're going to start over.
Okay.
Ready? In 3, 2, 1.
I know where I'm screwing up.
Where? Yeah, where?
On the first word.
Yes.
Exactly. Maury was sitting there getting mad too, right?
I know. Yeah. Okay.
You want to try one more time?
Yeah, now that I know why.
Okay, ready? In 3, 2, 1.
See?
And that's how you play 30 seconds or less.
But just to let people know where you went so wrong, Maury, is every single time you start with I am and, but the word is I am and. There's no I at the beginning of this.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, last chance.
Okay.
For 30 seconds or less. This is, by the way, can you read all 50 words from Green Eggs and Ham in 30 seconds or less?
Okay. No.
And that is how you play 30 seconds or less.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
A lot of people still have a lot of questions about COVID-19, especially parents, which is why we love having Dr. Dina Kulik on the Roz and Mocha Show. She is a Toronto pediatrician, kids health expert, and the founder and director of Kidcrew. Dr. Dina, how are you? It's Roz and Mocha. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. How are you?
Doing great.
There's so much to talk about. One, you obviously saw what happened in the city over the weekend with Trinity Bellwoods and everything else. What do we do with kids in that situation, like as a parent? Is there a safe way to sort of allow your kid to enjoy themselves, even if you're social distancing, if you are in an area where others are not?
I really feel strongly that people should continue to maintain that 2 meters of distance. You could be outside. I mean, it's lovely outside. I get it. We all want to be out. We've been so stuck at home for 3 months, and we can be outdoors. You can go run in a field and, go for a hike or whatnot, but you really should be maintaining that 2 meters of distance yourself as a role model for your kids and for your children. If they see a ton of people all together and you're saying to them, no, stay apart, stay separate, they're going to be totally confused. They're not going to understand, why can they, but I can't. Mm-hmm. So if you're seeing a bunch of people all together, my recommendation is to go elsewhere so that you don't have to really explain why me, not them.
One of the things that has been popping up every couple of days lately, especially with the pictures that you see online, it's pretty scary, but COVID toes. Can you give us a breakdown of what exactly that is? How are people getting it and how a person can be cured from it?
So COVID toes is maybe a misnomer. We're not really sure. It has the word COVID in it, so people assume it's necessarily from COVID infection, but we're not really sure that that's true. What we know is that we've seen more kids, even around the world, and some adults as well, that have developed this rash on the feet, but it could be the hands or anywhere else, that's blue or purple, bruised looking, almost like frostbite. Some people describe them being itchy or painful. Other people say they didn't even notice it, even though it might have been there for even a few weeks. And some people report symptoms of COVID and other people don't. And when we test these people, some people test positive for COVID, some people have antibodies, some people have neither. So is this really even COVID? What does this even represent? I think the testing is not accurate, especially in children. I've taken care of quite a few kids whose parents had confirmed COVID, they had COVID symptoms, or they had, COVID toes, etc., and yet they swabbed negative. So the test is not perfectly accurate for sure. I think even less accurate in children. So I think the testing you have to take a bit with a grain of salt. But maybe this is a later sign of illness with COVID. Most people, though, are totally well. They just have the rash. The rash goes away by itself.
if it's itchy or painful, we use topical steroids on it, like hydrocortisone, and otherwise nothing, and it fades by itself.
Now, Kawasaki disease, so many people have sent me articles on this when it comes to kids. What is it, and is it COVID? Is it not COVID?
Another one of these things where we're not really sure if it's COVID. What Kawasaki disease is traditionally 5 days of fever, persistent fever, rashes, hand and feet changes like rashes or swelling, mouth changes like cracked lips or very dry mouth, very red tongue, pink eye, and having a big lymph node or big kind of bump on the neck. And this constellation of symptoms we traditionally think is related to certain viruses, but we've never figured out exactly what it is that triggers it. Now, the risk for Kawasaki, other than the fact that the child can be kind of miserable, is that there is a potential to develop aneurysms in the coronary arteries, so having little outpouchings in the arteries that feed the heart blood. And so that's the risk factors. We look at these children to make sure they don't develop it, and we give them medicine to make sure they don't develop it. Now, we have seen a rise of cases of Kawasaki around the world. And again, during this COVID time, we're assuming it's related to Kawasaki. This Kawasaki, rather, is related to COVID. But again, not everyone is testing positive for it. Not everyone has antibodies to it. So it's hard to say whether it's really a cause and effect thing. But more than that, we're seeing more of this inflammatory condition that people are calling multi-system inflammation. And that is similar symptoms to Kawasaki disease, with a lot more belly pain and vomiting.
So what do you do? Because these are not the symptoms that we've come to know to recognize COVID. So what do you do if you have a kid that develops a rash and sort of these other symptoms for something else that to us, what we read in the news, these are not the symptoms of COVID? Do you bring the kid to the emergency room? Do you call your family doctor? What do you do?
I think as always, if your child's unwell, you can't get them to drink, they're having difficulty feeding, they're having difficulty breathing, they're losing consciousness, these kind of things, as always, you should go to your emergency room.
What if it's just the rash and chapped lips? You know what I mean? To a parent, that is not emergency room worthy. That's a little bit of cream and you wait and see.
Totally, yeah. So I think that's the time where you want to touch base with your doctor. If your doctor's not available, there's lots of other people that have access to virtual care, like at Kidcrew where I work. Gotcha. There's many different access points for that. And you could discuss with the physician you speak to, what do I do now? Do I do anything? Do I go for testing? Should I go to the emergency room? That's a touch point. But if your child's really sick, please do go to the emergency.
Dr. Dina Kulik, Toronto pediatrician and kids health expert, is on the Roz Mocha Show. Just one final question. What are you hearing about September and the potential of kids going back to school and or daycare? Like, what's that going to look like?
I think it really depends what we see over the next couple of weeks and months. As we're now seeing lots of people are congregating again, what is going to happen with the rates here? In 2 weeks, 2 weeks is the incubation period, we think. After all these people are now all together, really around the world, many people are not social distancing anymore. What is that going to look like? Are the rates going to rise dramatically? Or perhaps they won't. Are the mortality rates going to rise a lot? Maybe they won't. If we see them rising dramatically, we might actually be going back into quarantine for a few months. So it's gonna be really dependent on what we see coming forward. I do really think people need to keep their distance, though. The rates haven't gone down. In fact, even before this weekend, they were already going up again, and that could lead to a lot more devastation. And we don't want to be setting ourselves back again, doing this all over again in the middle of summer.
One of the things I've talked to now 5 different people, and they had the same question, which is now that enough time has gone and you hear the stories from people who have had COVID, where some have been just brutalized by it and others not so much. I'm hearing a lot from people that they think that they actually may have had it and didn't know they had it. So what does somebody do in a situation like that? Can you get tested, and should you get tested? Where do you get tested to find out if maybe you've already had COVID?
So there's 2 types of tests for COVID. One is the swab when you have active illness, and that they put in your nose, and they're seeing, is there virus there? If you had COVID before, you likely don't have that much virus in your nose anymore. So then we're thinking about the other kind of test, which is antibody testing, which is blood testing. And we're ideally finding, do you have antibodies? Did your body get exposed to it before? Did you mount an immune response? And now do you have antibodies? So that's something that a lot of researchers are working on. And those tests exist, but they're also probably not that accurate. So hopefully there'll be widespread testing available at some point, both the nasal swab when you have active illness and the antibody testing. But again, we really have to make sure it's accurate first, because otherwise it may give you a false sense of security if you swab negative, for example, the nasal swab. Okay, now you can go back to school and daycare or work, but maybe you have it and the test didn't accurately pick that up for you.
Dr. Dina Kulik, thank you very much. Toronto pediatrician, kids health expert, also the founder and director of Kidcrew. Always a pleasure chatting with you on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you, guys. Stay healthy.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Because America's Got Talent came back this week, Howie Mandel's back in the conversation because he's probably the world's best known germaphobe, right? And the last day, and it was sort of a goof because the last day when they shut down America's Got Talent before everybody started self-isolating, that's when Howie Mandel showed up to America's Got Talent in like a full hazmat suit. And I think that there was a part of it that was a little bit tongue-in-cheek, right? Where now, I mean, you look at it and you're like,
but for the most part,
everybody should be wearing them.
Because he is such a big germaphobe.
Yeah.
It was his way to protect himself from everybody.
So this is Howie Mandel last night talking to Jimmy Kimmel.
This is the nightmare that's been going on inside my head for the last 64 years. So now, welcome to my nightmare, Jimmy. This is what it's like to be Howie Mandel.
We are all Howie Mandel now. It's interesting, and it's no fun.
Can you imagine, though? Like every single germaphobe out there, right?
Yeah.
Looking at the world or looking at people in their lives being like, see?
Yeah.
This is how it feels. Or see? I told you so.
I saw two people flirting yesterday that didn't know each other.
Where?
I had to go and pick something up at the drugstore. And I saw there was just like two people kind of hanging out in front of like, I don't know whether they were waiting for the streetcar or whether they were whatever, but I had to park and then I had to get in line. And they were clearly just like, it was a getting to know you kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they were being so discreet about it.
How?
Because I don't think they wanted to get called out for breaking any boundary laws or breaking any whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
In case like a bylaw officer walked by and said, let me see your ID. Y'all live in the same house?
Yes, exactly. Right. So like they were being no, it was not me and you, Maury. No, they were being really discreet about it. So I'm wondering, like, I don't know. I wonder what flirting is like do people just not even care, do you think? Like, I know the jabronis down at Trinity Bellwoods don't care.
Oh, none of them care.
But I'm wondering anybody else, like if you, like, can you flirt now? I don't even know if you can flirt now.
Like, is that a mask in your pocket? You just happy to see me?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, because how do you, when everybody's wearing like sunglasses and masks and gloves, like you can't even see somebody smile.
Yeah,
like it's really wild.
You have to just be more creative with your flirting now.
Like how?
Like you make a heart with your hand.
You're just going to walk up to a stranger and do that?
You got to
be like a universal sign for I like you?
What, making the heart with your, I would be single forever because I'll tell you, I've been asked to do that thing with the heart with the hands.
Yeah.
There's so many pictures over the years.
You don't know how to do it.
I'm like, no, I won't. I refuse to do it.
Why?
I think it's foolish.
What?
I don't know. I don't like it.
Why do you hate heart hands so much?
I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know why.
You don't like this?
No, I don't.
Why?
No, I don't know. But I've never done it.
What's wrong with it?
Do it right now.
Nothing's wrong with it. I just don't like it.
Try it right now.
It's so nice.
No,
It's such
I don't
a cute
like it.
little...
No, don't like it.
Bro, like, look.
Why are you so against love?
I'm not against. More, please. Why am I against love?
Why are you against love? Sorry. Why are you against loving your husband?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Spotify has a series called the Spotify Singles series, where they take songs. They ask artists to take a song. No, they take artists to take a song and do a cover of it and do whatever you want.
Okay.
You can rearrange it, sing it how you want. You can change the tempo. You can do whatever.
And do they want like amateurs to do this, or do they want pros to do this?
No, these are pros.
Okay.
So in the past, they've had like our girl Alessia Cara do her version of Nelly Furtado's "I'm Like a Bird." Remember? Another one they had was Hosier do Destiny's Child, Say My Name.
Say my name, say my name.
Like a slow, stripped down version of the song.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Say my name, say my name. You acting kind of shady. You ain't calling me baby. What a sudden change.
And this one, out of all of them, I think is probably the most opposite of the original. Because if you remember, original Destiny's Child.
can say
Yeah.
my name. No one is around you.
Right?
So baby, I love you.
Spotify also asked Shawn Mendes to do one, and he covered "You Somebody" by Kings of Leon.
Been roaming around, always took you down at all I see.
Oh, I know that song.
And painted faces fill the places I can't breathe.
So they've added to their catalog now because during isolation, Spotify is still trying to give content to their subscribers. And they've asked Jessie Reyes from Toronto.
What's she do?
Listen to this. She took Headlines by Drake and did her own version.
I might be too strong out on compliments, overdosed on confidence, starting not to give a and stop fearing the consequence. Drinking every night because we drink too my accomplishments. Faded way too long, I'm floating in and out of consciousness, and they say that I'm black. I'd agree with that. I just take my time with all this and still believe in that. I hear someone tell me I fell off, oh I needed that.
Such a good voice,
I didn't
man.
want to see me pick back up, boy, where'd I leave it at? I know I exaggerated things, now I got it like that. Took my neck in my shirt cause I'm just vibing like that. You know good and well that you don't want a problem like that. You gon' make someone around me catch a body like that. No, don't do it, please don't do it. If one of us goes in, then we all go through it. The Drizzy got the money, Drizzy gon' pay it. All my brothers, I ain't even gotta say it. That's just something they know. They know, they know.
This is Jessie Reyes covering Drake Headlines, by the way. So if you're a Spotify user and you look up
Where do you
their...
find that? Where do you find it on Spotify?
It's just Spotify singles.
Yeah?
Yeah, they have a series. There's a banner on there. And you can go check out all these covers. But that's a new one. It's from Jessie Reyes doing Drake Headlines.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Calgary Mayor Naheed Nenshi had a very stern warning for Calgarians that sort of stung a little bit if you live here.
I just want to say to Calgarians a sentence that Calgarians don't need any reminding of. Don't be like Toronto. We have a beautiful city that is full of green spaces. And there are great opportunities to get together in your own neighborhood.
Burn. Obviously, that is in reference to what went down last Saturday at Trinity Bellwoods when 10,000 Trinity douchebags showed up and just threw all the rules out the window. And now what's happening? Now what's happening is, they're going to be painting circles on the grass in Trinity Bellwoods.
I think they've already started.
Yeah.
This morning.
Yeah, and if you show up to Trinity Bellwoods and you see a circle, you're allowed to sit in it. It's like some kids' game. It's like Duck, Duck, Goose, right? So if you show up to Trinity Bellwoods and you see a circle, I'm guessing you're allowed to sit in it. And if you show up to Trinity Bellwoods and all the circles are occupied, you got to skedaddle, man.
Yeah.
That's the rules. This is John Tory saying, don't be like Calgary.
Park staff will be in Trinity Bellwoods Park tomorrow painting circles on the grass of that park, which will both help to illustrate proper physical distancing and help with the measurements, but also help to ensure compliance in a place where we simply have to do better.
Them circles.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hi, it's Roz and Mocha. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Carolyn.
How are you, Carolyn?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
I'm so happy I got through to you guys. Today's my 21st birthday, and I've been listening to you guys for like 7 years.
Happy birthday, girl.
Thank you.
7 years. So you were you're just like a little teenager, huh?
Yeah.
And what's life like now for you? What do you do?
I'm running a business and moving business with my boyfriend. That's just pretty much it. I got stepkids, just living the life.
Nice. That's good. So
Wait, what business?
A moving business.
Oh, moving business.
Yes.
So how has all this COVID stuff impacted your business? Like, how long have you guys been around? What have you been doing during all of this?
He's had the moving business for about 10 years now.
Wow.
So he has a clientele for us to keep doing moves now. But it is obviously a little dry because of the COVID situation. People don't really want movers in their house right now, right?
What's the age difference between you and your boyfriend?
It's almost 10 years.
Yeah, I figured. And how long you been with him?
I've been with him for a year, but I've known him for about 6.
Oh.
Oh, boy. So, how did you guys meet? Because you would have been 15 when you guys first met each other.
Yes, he was with someone else, and so was I. So we were just friends at the time. I worked at a restaurant, and his girlfriend worked at the restaurant. So we became friends like that.
But you were 15, though.
Yes, but his girlfriend was only 5 years older than me.
Okay, but you were 15. He was 25.
Yeah.
Now, was there, at what point did you guys first hook up? Last year. And how did your parents feel about this?
If I'm happy, they're happy. They've met him. They know he's a good guy. He's in it for a good reason. So
yeah. And why did you decide to hook up after all that time?
I don't know. It just happened. We connected so well, and it worked.
Yeah. And he had been married before and has kids?
He's never been married, but he does have kids.
He does kids. So how old are your stepkids now?
One is 10, one's 4, and one's 12.
That's crazy. So you guys are just trying to make this, and it's so funny because I talk about a 10-year age gap and everything else, but it's the same as me and Catherine.
No, I know that, but you didn't meet Catherine when she was 15 years old.
No, I know, but I met Catherine when she was 21.
Oh, okay.
She was, maybe even 20. Yeah, I don't even know. Before we let you go, shout out your boyfriend and your business. We'll give you some free publicity.
It's RW Moving.
RW Moving, like Roz Weston Moving?
Oh my God.
Randy Walsh Moving.
Oh, Randy Walsh. Randy.
It's Randy time. Carolyn, thanks so much for the call. Happy birthday.
Thanks so much, guys.
Prior to COVID, you must have been looking forward to turning 21 because that's a big year for everyone. For their birthday,
everywhere.
Right? Okay, so what was your initial plans and what are you going to end up doing now?
Well, obviously I wanted to go to the States because I'm legal to drink there now.
Yeah.
But that's obviously not a thing. So we're just camping in my backyard for now.
Oh, perfect. There you go.
Yeah.
Lovely. That's fun.
Well, thank you for listening, Carolyn. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Roz. I'm sorry, Mocha.
Don't be so hurt by it. Don't make it sound like it's so hard to say. This pains me to say, but...
Because everyone says Mocha, but I gotta be honest here. It's Roz. You're just the realest and you're straightforward. I love it.
Right on.
There you go. Thanks, Carolyn.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Karamo Brown from Queer Eye is on hold. We're going to get to him in 1 second. Season 5 hits Netflix on June 5th.
He just got engaged again to Ian because I guess they were engaged and then their wedding got canceled because of COVID, but then Ian lost his ring. I don't know, but on Karamo's Insta, he got down on one knee again and proposed again.
Ian, as you know, I love you very much. And after this quarantine, I realized how much I love you. And we were supposed to be getting married, but now that's getting canceled because of Corona. And also, you lost your engagement ring. So...
Damn, call him out like that. Huh?
I know, right there.
I decided to ask you if you'll marry me again and bought you another engagement ring.
It fits. only Karamo could say that to somebody.
Karamo Brown, it's Roz and Mocha. What's up, man?
What's going on? How you doing this morning?
Oh, man, we are doing great. How are you feeling?
I'm really good, thank you.
So you've been living a life in isolation, huh? First of all, congratulations on getting re-engaged.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
How did Ian lose that first ring?
I don't know, but it costs a lot of money, so we can figure out, where it is. It'd be really I think it was during the COVID thing. He was taking it off consistently with gloves and everything else, and so it kind of just slipped away during that time, and he was heartbroken, so made a sweet moment out of it.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to know from you as somebody who we look to for advice on how to handle certain situations. If you do something like lose the ring, do you tell your partner immediately, or is it okay to hold off for a little while?
Hold off, because About 4 months before he lost his, I lost mine in the trash.
Oh, no. What is the matter with you guys?
I don't know. I have no idea.
The two guys who really want to get married, it doesn't sound like you really want to show the rest of the world, huh?
You're lucky. You're lucky you got that Queer Eye money. Keep buying all them rings.
You know.
Oh, man. So season 5, June 5th on Netflix. You got to be excited about this.
I'm super excited. First of all, because of quarantine, I miss the guys. And so it's kind of nice to be able to see them and see the fun we've had together. But then also it's like, you know, and this is no arrogance or ego. We just keep getting stronger with how we're helping people each season. And it just feels good just to know you're like doing a lot of good for people. And so I can't wait for it to come out.
And so what, you guys head to Philly for this season, right?
Yeah, we do.
What did you find in Philly that maybe you guys didn't see in other cities? What made Philly so special?
Oh my gosh, the people are they're very strong. They're very humble. I mean, very prideful people. And so it's like a lot of them don't ask for help. And so it was a lot of times we'd come into situations and people would be like, no, I don't need this. No, I don't need, no. And then by the end of it, they're crying and they're like, I needed this. So it was very nice to kind of see that transition.
When you guys are about to make one of those breakthroughs, can you see it coming? You know what I'm saying by that? Like when you guys sort of get close, what feelings do you have when you're that close to making a breakthrough with somebody?
I feel it immediately. I kind of get chills up my spine, and I kind of know that we're about to get it because I can see the shift in the body movements. I can see how their language starts to change, their speech patterns start to change, and you just feel good because you're like, yes, keep going. It's a little sadistic because you're like hungry for it. You're like, change. Like I feel like I'm in some weird Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings.
Karamo Brown is on the Roz Mocha Show. New season of Queer Eye hits Netflix on June 5th. Now, with either this season in Philly or previous seasons, do any of you keep in touch or like maintain a relationship with any of the people that you've helped?
All of them. Yeah, almost all of them we keep in touch with, especially for me. I'm opening them up mentally and emotionally, and so I think it's a little irresponsible just to leave them. So there's follow-up consistently just to make sure, hey, you good? How you feeling? And then after a while, they kind of like are in a good mood, and you kind of fade off. But for the first a year and a couple months, I'm checking in saying, hey, what's going on? You all right?
We're all sort of we miss a lot because we can't do a lot right now with quarantine and isolation and everything else. But are you at the point now where you're sort of looking around at your life, and are you now starting to notice things about self-isolating that you will miss when things sort of go back to normal?
Yeah, sleeping in. I like sleeping in. Like, this is amazing. Like, I'm fine with waking up at 11 and being in pajamas for another 2 hours. I don't know why anyone's complaining about that, but I'm okay. I put on jeans for the first time like a week ago, and I was like, jeans are stupid. And they're dumb.
The podcast, before we let you go, I want to talk about the podcast. You're coming back for another season. You got a huge lineup of guests on it. What do you get from the podcast, or what do you hope an audience gets from the podcast that maybe they don't get from Queer Eye?
Well, it's a little bit an extension of Queer Eye. So the whole reason I started the podcast, it's called Karamo the Podcast on the platform Luminary. You got to go download the app. But basically, a lot of people were like, how can we get Karamo advice? So on the podcast, people can call in and speak directly to me. I mean, I always pair it with a celebrity interview. So we've had some amazing people on season 2, so far, from Sophia Bush to Russell Brand, so many other people. But people actually get to call in and speak directly to me and get advice on their issues. So it's really great because if you want your little mini Queer Eye makeover, call me up on my podcast and I'll hook you up.
Karamo Brown, a new season of Queer Eye, season 5 actually, congratulations on that, is June 5th on Netflix. One final thing, I'm sure there have been talks behind the scenes of what the future of Queer Eye will look like. Have those discussions happened? Have you guys talked about other cities that you had in mind to film in or visit, anything like that?
Yeah, we actually went to Texas the week before the quarantine started, and so we shot one episode in Texas, and hopefully we're going to be able to return after everything calms down and people start getting healthier. So, because we're excited to get back to Texas. And then Anthony is from Canada, and so we are hoping to get to Canada maybe in a future season. So if season 5 is a success, I think we could make our way to Canada.
Oh, well, we would love to have you in our country. Karamo Brown, thank you so much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We're going to talk to Ryan and Liz, who are big fans of the Roz and Mocha Show. We'll talk to them in a second. This is the note that we got from Ryan. My girlfriend and I will be celebrating our 1-year anniversary soon, and we are huge fans of your show. We listen mostly to the podcast due to the fact that we are both working when you guys are on the air. I'm currently on episode 71, and she's way ahead of me. We often laugh and discuss what we heard throughout text messages and when we go out together. I'm also horrible at surprises and often get too excited when it comes to gift giving, and I tend to spill the beans on what I'm getting her. So I was hoping that you guys could help me surprise her with a phone call wishing her and I a happy anniversary. I have a few things planned for the actual day to make it as special as I can with everything going on, and I think this will surely help jumpstart what will already be an amazing weekend. Hope you guys are all staying safe during this quarantine. Love you guys.
All right. So tell us about your girl, man.
Well, we've been together for about a year now. I met her through my sister-in-law. We met around this time last February, and ever since then we started chit-chatting, and things slowly escalated after that.
You guys totally in love?
Yeah, we are.
For anybody listening right now, because you guys are hitting the 1 year, when did you know you were in love?
Well, I think I'm a little bit, not to say different, but I knew pretty early on. I think a couple months in, I was already getting those feelings, and I remember the first time I told her I was super nervous, just because I wasn't sure at the same time if she felt the same. But everything worked out amazing.
Did you say it first?
Yeah, I actually did.
Yeah. Did she say it back to you?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Yeah, bro, I'll tell you, man. When I told Jenna that I loved her for the very first time, I was nervous. Yeah. Because I was the first one that said it. She said it back.
She did, huh?
Yeah, but I was a bumbling mess when I said it. I was stumbling over my words, everything.
Really, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's exactly how I was.
I don't know if it was like this for you, Ryan, but it was a big relief. I said it, and when she said it back, I was like, oh my God, thank God. Thank God you said it.
For the first little bit before I said it, I could there's not a bad feeling, but there was sort of a little bit of weight on your chest because you knew you wanted to say it, but you weren't sure if they were going to say it back to you.
Catherine first said it to me. I didn't say it back.
For how long?
A while.
Really?
Yeah.
Days?
No, longer.
Weeks?
Yeah.
Really?
Weeks, yeah, maybe even longer than weeks.
Months.
To be honest with you. Yeah.
And did she keep saying it to you?
Yep.
Really? And you kept saying?
Yep. It was a wild time. It was a wild time.
No, what would you say back to her?
I did the move where listen, I was in a really rough place when all this was going down, and I would tell her just, hey, don't say that. Come on now. And she gave it right back to me. It was like, listen, you can do a lot of things. You can say a lot of things, but the one thing you cannot do is tell me how to feel or what to say. And I love you, and I'm saying it, so deal with it. And I was like, fine, okay. I get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when you eventually said it back to her, what did she say to you?
Yeah. I don't remember, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of memory about that. I know that we were wildly in love, but I don't remember the first time I said it. I'm sure she would.
Do you think it was in response to her saying I love you and then you said I love you too, or did you say it independendly? Can you remember?
No.
That at least?
Nope.
No.
No. No.
Which out of those two scenarios you think is more likely?
Shut up. Let's talk about this guy.
All right, hold on, Brian. Stay on the line. Don't say anything because I have Liz's number. I'm going to call her right now, okay?
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Hello?
Hey, Liz, it's Roz Mocha.
What?
Hey, Liz, it's Roz Mocha.
Oh, my God. Hi, guys.
Hello.
What's going on?
I'm so good.
Yeah? Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you. Is my boyfriend on the phone?
No?
Oh.
Oh, do you want him to be on the phone?
Oh, I know. I just thought he would be on the phone. If he's not on the phone, it's okay. Hi, guys.
Hi. Oh, wow.
Why? If he's not on the phone, do you want to be a little bit more flirty with us?
No.
Oh, no. Yeah, okay. I hear you.
You guys are like my big brothers.
Oh, we are?
I listen to you guys all the time. I don't drive or anything, but I listen to the podcast. I'm like on episode 90-something now.
When did you start listening to the podcast?
So I was working with a friend, and I used to drive into work with her. She would put you guys on in the morning, and then we found out you guys have the podcast. So when I quit my job, I started listening to the podcast, I think, in November.
Oh, wow. So recent.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm listening to it, and then I got my boyfriend and my brother on it. So the three of us are all listening now.
Hey, Liz, say hi to Ryan. He's on the phone listening.
I knew it.
Hi, man.
Hi, babe.
We talked a lot about when you guys started saying "I love you" to each other.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I think it took him like the day he wanted to say "I love you." It's like I was trying to go home, and he was like, just give me a second, okay? Just let me say it. Just let me say something. And I was like, are you having a panic attack right now? He was so nervous.
Yeah.
He didn't want to let me go home without saying it. And I think we just sat in silence for like an hour. I was nervous.
Oh my God.
And so when he finally said it, was it as difficult for you to say it back or no?
No, I was like, well, you know I love you too. Like, what do you mean? Like, is that all you wanted to say? Like, I know you love me. I love you too.
Also, can I go home now?
Yeah. Also, can you take me home?
You guys are the best.
Ryan and Liz, thank you very much for your dedication to the Roz and Mocha Show. Thank you for listening when you can. And more importantly, happy anniversary.
Thank you guys so much.
Guys.
And Ryan, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
See, I knew you were going to ask me this. And me and her had this conversation the other day. And I'm sorry, Mocha, but I'm going to have to go with Roz.
Oh.
Liz, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
I'm a straight shooter like Roz. Roz is my favorite.
Oh, snap, 2-0.
Also, if my brother was on the phone, he would also say Roz.
Okay, well, guess what? He's not.
Oh, yeah, you don't get to do that.
Well, we love you guys so much.
Well, I love you, Liz.
Thank you, guys. You guys are the best.
Thanks so much, guys.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz, we got to be sensitive with this one.
Yeah. Sorry, I know. She asked us to bleep the name. Well, you bleeped it, so I've said it now, so we might as well just bleep it for the whole thing. So you wrote us this: Roz and Mocha fixed my life. I'm in grade 9, and I just discovered that most of my elementary school friends that I've known since grade 1 didn't actually like me and weren't actually friends with me. They thought of me more as a side character than as part of their friend group, and it just really hurts because not only were they fake with me, but they're also fake with each other. And to find that out after 8 years I was friends with them just hurts my feelings. Any advice on how to get over this?
So how did you find out?
I kind of just looked harder at the situations and things that they were doing. So they would make other group chats with me not in it, and they would go places without me, and they would put things on their Snapchat stories like, I don't know what I would do without these people, but then I just wouldn't be there.
I'll say, geez. So this can happen for a lot of different reasons. One, maybe these people weren't the friends you thought they were. That's the first thing that you maybe should think about. And two, oftentimes when somebody gets iced out, it's because of your sort of gossipy, toxic friends like to be gossipy and toxic with each other. And if somebody in the group doesn't really play along that way, then you get iced out so they can be toxic friends to each other and not have to feel guilty about it or not have to feel bad or accountable for anything they do or say. So it sounds to me like maybe you're the type of person that had some really lousy friends but didn't want to be lousy right along with them, and therefore you got froze out.
Huh. That makes sense.
I know exactly the type of people you're talking about.
Or just to play devil's advocate here, or are you the nasty one that's always talking smack about other people and they don't like doing that, which is why they've kind of isolated you out of what they're trying to do?
I think it's more the other one.
Yeah.
Where
Okay. Does it sound like the nasty one in this relationship?
Hey, listen.
Come on. Friends, listen, we've said this many times on this show that often you have to realize that maybe friends aren't forever. And it sucks when you realize that you're the one on the outs. It really does. But you have to just sort of look at the entire situation, because you are then in a position to sort of be needy and to seek them out, but they just don't deserve it. But you just want to get back in their sort of good favor, because you don't want anybody to dislike you, and you don't want, the fun to sort of continue on without you. So you're going to chase after that and chase after that and chase after that. But what are you actually chasing? Are these people actually that good for you?
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
Do you have like a group of friends right now? Like, do you have people that you talk to on the regular now who are actually good people, who are kind of like in line with the way you like to act?
Yeah, I think I just joined like a smaller friend group.
You know what? Honestly, sometimes those are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just focus on those relationships that you have with those people.
Okay.
Do you when this other group of people, when these girls go and do stuff, right? Mm-hmm. For the most part, is it stuff that you actually want to be doing with them, or do you just feel bad that you weren't invited?
I kind of just feel bad that I wasn't invited.
Yeah. So there you go.
So you don't need those people in your life. Yeah.
Yeah. You can deal with that. And I would just watch out for the feelings of sort of, being frozen out and isolated from a friend group that you don't actually want to be friends with. And the only reason why you want to get back in is because they sort of treat you terribly.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they didn't care about you back then, you shouldn't care about them now. Just focus on the relationships and, the good people that you have in your life now.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Eminem has one of those Ashton Kutcher phone numbers that he gave out to fans yesterday.
No.
So if you see celebrities giving out their number where they're like, hey, text me or call me, it's part of and we talked about this before, it's a social media app or a social media service called Community. And what it does is it allows stars to send out a number for a more personal experience with fans, but it's been criticized heavily as being like almost like a phishing scam, where as soon as you text this number or call this number, you are signing up for updates and spam and all sorts of other stuff. So Eminem sent out his number yesterday. If you want to text it, it's 313-666-7440. And he said that he'll text you back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not.
No.
And he did this because it's of course, we're talking the anniversary of the Marshall Mathers LP. And so that's what that is.
It's not him sitting there on his iPhone texting everybody back.
And I guess some people it is, maybe. Like I know some stars have this, and maybe they do some of it personally.
Like they jump in every now and then?
But I think a lot of it is just like it's a mailing list. Right. I think that's what a lot of this is. And I know people got really excited when stars started giving out personal numbers, especially during, and I think it's kind of very misleading to do it during COVID, because I think that there's a lot of fans that maybe aren't going through things as well as some of these stars are. And to say, hey, I know it's a difficult time and everything else, but why don't you just text me? I think a couple people have actually given out their actual number. Like I think David Arbor from Stranger Things gave out his actual number. But I know that there's a lot of stars that are using this Community app to give out a number. And I think that it just gives fans like a false sense of whatever. I think that it's almost too personal.
Especially Eminem stans.
To not be legitimate. Well, that's what he wrote. He wrote, Dear Stan.
Oh, you did not.
I meant to write you sooner, but I've been busy. Text me and I'll hit you back at 313-666-7440. Yeah, he straight up even just referred to Stan.
Come on, Em. Don't be doing that. That's not nice.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha.
No. Oh, my God.
Yo, I want to talk to you about the text that you sent.
Okay, who am I speaking to?
Roz and Mocha. What's your name?
No way. It's Vanessa.
Okay, how you doing, Vanessa?
I'm doing pretty good. You?
Good. All right. I'm not going to read your question because I want you to ask the question out loud to everybody right now.
Okay, I've been dying to know because I've been listening forever. So, like, for 3 years, does Roz say, let's do the news every morning, or is that pre-recorded?
What do you think the answer is, Vanessa?
I don't know, because I listen to the podcast, and I can tell on the podcast, he's like, it sounds like he's actually saying it, like, live recording. But then on air, I'm like, I'm not sure.
How many times does Chubby have to do the twist? You know what I mean?
The answer is enough times.
Enough times, okay? So, yeah, every single time on the show when we do the news, at 6:40 a.m., at 7:40 a.m., at 8:40 a.m., I do it live and different every single time.
See, it sounds so similar. When I was driving, it always sounded so perfect. And I'm like, how does he do this the same every time?
Perfect, you say.
But, yeah. Well, you are perfect because you're my favorite.
Thank you, my love. I do it I try and do it different every single day. To me, it's different every time.
Do you think he needs to switch it up?
No, I think he's perfect. So,
do you think, when we get to that point of the show, Mocha then hits a button, and then that button is my voice saying, hey, Mocha, you ready? And then it's Mocha's voice recorded also saying, yeah. And then I say, let's do the news, like the whole thing is recorded?
no, I just think let's do the news is maybe pre-recorded because I'm like, man, it sounds like he's got like a lot of energy in the morning.
I got you. I got you. So
I'm like, man, he's so much energy. I'm like, does that hurt his throat? Like, it just...
Oh, thank you so much for your concern, Vanessa.
How's your throat, bro?
my throat actually is good, but there have been days where I've been feeling a little under the weather, and maybe I say it a little quieter, or where it's difficult. It's not an easy job.
Hey, Vanessa, would you like to take Roz's job?
Oh my God.
And introduce the news? Because you've heard it so many times. You know how it's done.
Yes, I do. Oh my God, I cannot. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it as good, though. I'm not going to lie.
Well, nobody's expecting that, sweetheart.
Settle down. All right, anytime you're ready, Vanessa. You know how this works.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Mocha, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do the news.
Hey, look at that. Hey, Vanessa. Thank you so much.
Hold on a sec. You got one more in you, Vanessa.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little...
Holy, judge much?
Well, that's kind of the answer so
yes.
my family's going to be like, what is she doing?
Whatever. You have to actually, you gotta put some stuff behind it, okay? It's
Okay.
all, okay, Mocha, close your ears for just 1 second.
Okay.
Close your ears for just 1 second.
They're closed.
Vanessa, it's all throat.
That's what she said.
Shut up.
I did not close my ears.
Okay, so Vanessa, I think you got one more in you, girl. I think you can do this. Okay, give it.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
Okay.
Mocha, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news.
There we go. That's perfect.
Thank you, Vanessa. I love you lots.
All right, love you guys. Thanks so much.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
So everybody is in quarantine in different places, and Live with Kelly and Ryan has been on every day. But what I don't think fans realized was that Kelly Ripa has been in quarantine in the Caribbean.
What?
Yeah.
Does she have a home out there?
No, she was. They left for vacation.
March break, maybe.
The whole family. Yeah. And then everything got shut down while they were there 3 days, and everything got shut down. And then ABC told her to just stay put. And so she's been doing the show. Everybody just thought she was doing the show from home. But she's in the Caribbean with her whole family.
Not a bad place to be.
Not a bad place, right?
Wow.
I thought she looked a little tan. I did. She looked a little tan before everybody else. Before it started to get nice, Kelly started looking a little tan.
ABC's paying for all that, though, right?
I don't know. Maybe, I guess. It was her vacation.
She chose to go with her family.
Yes. And then everything got shut down.
That's a lot of room service, bro.
Right? I imagine they're renting some sort of house, though.
Yeah, it's gotta
be. Could you imagine if it was an all-inclusive? I would be so fat.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, the buffets.
Yeah, buffets and Corona.
Oh, my God, and all the free beer. Oh, it's so good. I love an all-inclusive. I really do.
Hey, are we... Just because you mentioned buffets, right?
Yes, sir.
We're pretty much done with them now, right?
I think so. Yeah, which is unfortunate.
I know.
Which is
I
unfortunate.
love a good buffet, but I think we're
So
pretty
do
much
I.
done, right?
So do I. I love a buffet. Memorial Day weekend in the States. Last year, this was a $250 million weekend at the box office. This year will be zero.
Oh, yeah. What came out last year
Aladdin.
this time? Oh, right.
And something
Yeah,
else.
they
It was Aladdin and something else last year. Fast 9 was supposed to open this weekend.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it got pushed to 2021. So there's that. The DC Universe unveiled an updated slate of its movies. So Wonder Woman 1984, August 14th. Zack Snyder's Justice League will be HBO Max sometime in 2021. The Batman is now October 1st, 2021. The Suicide Squad is now August 6th, 2021. Black Adam is now December 22nd, 2021. The Flash.
Oh, that's the one with the Rock, right?
Yeah.
Black Adam?
Yeah. The Flash, June 3rd, 2022. Shazam 2, November 4th, 2022. And Aquaman 2, December 16th, 2022. We're almost like Aquaman is almost 2023, like December 16th, August 2022.
You were asking Memorial Day weekend last year. Aladdin, Booksmart inspired John Wick 3.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Oh, that's right. It was Aladdin versus John Wick. That's
a
right.
really big weekend.
It was a big, because this is always a huge weekend for movies in the States, this Memorial Day weekend. Lori Loughlin and her husband, Massimo Giannulli, they're going to video conference into a courtroom today to officially plead guilty to a couple lesser counts of paying $500,000 to get their two daughters into University of Southern California as fake rowers. Under the plea agreement, Loughlin will serve 2 months in prison while Giannulli will serve 5 months. They've also agreed to pay, I think she's paying $200,000 or $150,000, and he's paying a little bit more than that. And she's doing 100 hours of community service, and I think he's doing 250 hours of community service.
And Becky, come on.
But because of COVID, they're not going to see any time.
No, not at all.
They're not going to see one day. That's why they plead guilty. Because remember, they were going to go to court in the fall and fight this. And I guarantee that their lawyer was like, hey, listen, if you plead guilty right now, they're going to give you 2 months. You are not going to step foot in any sort of correctional facility.
Just then be house arrest for 2 months?
It won't even be house arrest. It's just
fine.
Probation. So it's like a year probation or whatever it is.
I guess they're already on house arrest, so it wouldn't be any different.
Exactly, yeah. Netflix
Becky.
is telling subscribers to use it or lose it. So Netflix said that they're going to begin to cancel accounts who have not watched anything in a year since they joined, as well as anyone who hasn't watched anything at all in 2 years. The company plans to begin sending emails to subscribers in an app or in-app notifications this week, offering a chance to keep their subscriptions live. Those who do not respond will be deactivated. They say, we've always thought that it should be easy to sign in or cancel. So, as always, anyone who cancels their account and then rejoins within 10 months will still have their favorites, profiles, viewing preferences, and account details just as they left them. So why are they doing this? That's the question.
Yeah, because why do they even care as long as they're getting their money every single month?
Okay, so what it is right now, is they say that the percentage of inactive accounts is actually quite low. So we're not talking about a giant number that's going to hurt them. But they know COVID right now, and they know that people will eventually come back to Netflix.
Yeah.
The difference is this, is that Netflix in 2017 was $10.99. Netflix in January 2019 was $12.99. So they're going to cancel somebody's account, and then they're going to be like, oh my God, my Netflix. And then they're going to go re-sign up, and it's going to be $12.99.
Oh, you bastards. You SOBs.
Right? So that.
Oh, come on, Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
Not fair, guys. Not fair.
Steph Curry vlogging at home and coming up with songs on the spot. This is a song he invented while changing his son's dirty diaper.
All the pool comes out, but it stays inside of you. But it's got to get changed sometimes, cause it's nasty. And it's gonna stink all the time. And I change all day. Probably 6, 7, 8. I don't know, it just stinks all day. Can't explain what your diaper does to me.
You know, every now and then when you see somebody who's crazy talented at one thing and then you find out they're really talented at like everything. Steph Curry's not that guy, huh?
No, not at all. His singing voice sucks.
So John Tory is now apologizing because he was out at Bellwoods over the weekend and he was not physical distancing and he had a mask on, but his mask was all pulled down and underneath his chin. And it's interesting because we talked to John Tory about this not that long ago, about what happens when that first weekend hits Toronto, because anybody who lives in the city knows that the people in the city go buck wild on that first weekend. And so this is the conversation we had not that long ago with John Tory. When this first weekend hits where it's 20 degrees, we more so than anybody else rip off all our clothes and go around outside. And I worry for the people in this city, but you seem to be encouraged by the fact that we're all going to behave ourselves this weekend. There is a way to go outside. There is a way to even flirt a little bit from 9 feet away. Just don't get too close, right? Is that the message?
Exactly. And I'd like to pursue a little bit, but I know we don't have time. You stripping your clothes off on the first night day.
Oh, please. You've lived in the city longer than I have.
I have to get right down to City Hall to pass a bylaw against that.
You know what happens on this weekend.
That is something that would be bad for public health. Very bad for public health.
You've seen the look on visitors' faces that first nice weekend in Toronto. They all come to the city and they're like, what the hell is going on here?
No, and we go to a patio, and it's such a great thing. I can remember myself sitting on patios on that first day where the sun feels really warm. So look, we can go for a walk this year, and we can do all that stuff. Just please stay away from other people that you don't live with. And, you know, if we do that, we really are getting closer to the day when we will be able to go to the patio and when things will be back to something closer to normal. I don't think it'll be completely normal for quite some time, but it'll get back to normal, and that's what we all want.
The mayor did not stay away from other people, from people he didn't live with.
And what John Tory said is, I want to apologize for my personal behavior yesterday. I visited Trinity Bellwoods Park to try to determine why things were the way they were. I fully intended to properly physical distance, but it was very difficult to do. I wore a mask into the park, but I failed to use it properly. Damn. Another thing I'm disappointed about, these were mistakes that I made, and as a leader of the city, I know that I must set a better example going forward. So there's that.
Still can't see my parents, though.
Right. And also the best part, Beck Taxi tweeted over the weekend, please don't contact us for a ride home if you spent the day at Trinity Bellwoods Park ignoring physical distancing rules. Sincerely, Toronto. So that was from Beck Taxi. John Krasinski was chatting with Rainn Wilson via Skype or Zoom.
Dwight and Jim back together.
Yes, sir. And they were discussing why John Krasinski sold his Some Good News network to CBS, which a lot of fans went in on him for, saying that it was a sellout job because what he was doing was really, really great and impactful and people liked it. And he sold it to CBS Viacom for who knows how much money and who knows what they're going to do with it. But this is John explaining.
Well, it's funny. It was one of those things where I was only planning on doing 8 of them during quarantine because, like I said, I have these other things that I'm going to be having to do very soon, like Jack Ryan and all this other stuff. But more than that, it was, just something that, writing, directing, and producing and all those things with a couple of my friends was so much. I knew it wouldn't be sustainable with my prior commitments. So I knew the two options always were going to be that I leave it off at 8 in my office, which I would love to keep doing the show from my office forever. It wasn't sustainable. And so I need a partner coming on. And it was funny because in the first episode, like I said, I was thinking, why isn't there a good news show that's dedicated entirely to good news? And now we have one of the biggest news programs in America, CBS News, saying that they want to make it part of their permanent news cycle, which is insane.
He mentioned Jack Ryan, which I love that show. Did you watch Jack Ryan?
Amazon Prime? No, not yet.
Bro, they're so good. Both those seasons are so good. Yeah, he's really good.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
And he's jacked in it. But did you see John Krasinski and The Rock on Monday? On Memorial Day. So the Rock has this home gym at his place. But The Rock, but The Rock's home gym is like it's a wedding tent. It's not even in his house. It's like they built a giant tent in the backyard, like one of those big, huge white wedding tents.
I'm pretty sure that tent and all that gear, I'm pretty sure that's his traveling gym.
It is. That's what they bring on movie sets with him.
Anytime he shoots a movie, that same gym is somewhere.
Yeah, that's his deal, is that gym and tent travels with him. But they did together, John Krasinski and The Rock did the Murph Challenge on Monday.
Which is what?
The Murph Challenge is done on Memorial Day in the U.S., and it's to honor Lieutenant Michael Murphy. And the Murph Challenge is run a mile, do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then run another mile with a 20-pound weight vest.
Wait, you do all of that with a 20-pound weight vest?
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, that's the Murph challenge. Yeah, and so that's what Krasinski and The Rock did. On,
What was the first thing
on
you do?
Monday? Run a mile.
Yeah.
100 push-ups.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Run a mile, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, end on running a mile.
Yeah, no, I'm dead.
And then you do that with a 20-pound weight vest.
So what? Jim and Rock did this?
Yeah, they did it. Yeah. And people do it, and they do it in under an hour. Like people post their
That's
times.
impossible.
Yeah, people
No,
post their
liars.
times. Yeah, people post
You're
their
all
times.
liars.
I'm telling you, man. So over the weekend, Doja Cat got canceled and then reinstated all within the span of 24 hours.
I don't even understand what happened with that story.
Okay. So word started to surface that she hangs out on Tiny Chat in what were described, I'm not calling because I don't actually know, but what were described as racist incel chat rooms with these dudes. And she just hangs out there and just says...
Just chats.
I don't know, like dirty stuff and whatever.
This is Doja Cat stuff.
Yeah. But she's like part of the crew. She's like part of the group. Hangs out there often.
By the way, if you don't know what a Doja Cat is, she's the one that sings this song. Okay?
Yeah.
That song.
And then an older song of hers popped up, which she recorded, which was a song called Didn't Do Nothing, which is attributed to racists who make light of police brutality against black guys.
Oh, God.
Because that's whenever something happens, the racists come out and then they take the picture and then they write, I didn't do nothing, which is just I don't know. Anyway, so she wrote a song called Didn't Do Nothing.
Yeah.
Which then surfaced. So this is what, so what happened is that they canceled her on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I saw that I think it was on Saturday.
And then I think what happened was nobody actually managed to get any evidence of her saying racist things. So then it was, we're sorry, Doja Cat. So, but they were trending one on top of the other.
Yeah.
So it was a Doja Cat is over party to we're sorry, Doja Cat. And they just kept flipping back and forth between which one was trending higher. And so her statement reads this: I want to address what's been happening on Twitter. I've used public chat rooms to socialize since I was a child. I shouldn't have been on some of those chat room sites, but I personally have never been involved in any racist conversations. I'm sorry to everyone that I offended. I'm a black woman. Half of my family is black from South Africa, and I'm very proud of where I've come from. As for the old song that resurfaced, it was in no way tied to anything outside of my own personal experience. It was written in response to people who often use that term to hurt me, the didn't do nothing term. I made an attempt to flip its meaning, but recognized that it was a bad decision to use the term in my music. I understand my influence and the impact, and I'm taking this all very seriously. I love you all, and I'm sorry for upsetting or hurting any of you. That's not my character, and I'm determined to show that everyone moving forward. Thank you so much. So that's what went on with Doja Cat. It's a whole thing, man.
Damn.
But I don't know if I've ever seen somebody get canceled and then reinstated.
Oh, it's never happened.
Within 24 hours.
No,
Like,
it's never
it was
happened.
crazy.
Saturday, it was like, I hate you. And then Sunday, it was like, I'm sorry.
It was a wild ride. And I'm still not 100% sure I understand everything that went on. Scientists have identified, they say, the 47 traits that make you a good flirt.
Oh, I know all of them.
Okay.
No, you don't,
what are the
liar.
what are the traits that make you
47? You know
make
all
you a good
47.
flirt?
I would add
I'll give you some that aren't on the top 10. Okay.
Oh, running your hands through a stranger's hair.
No, that's assault. Being spontaneous, being mysterious, giving somebody a compliment, being romantic, being bold, smelling good. These are all things that are not on the top 10
And I'm
of all
really
the things
good at
that
being
make you a good
mysterious.
flirt. Sketchy is what it's called more.
Stalking.
Showing that you have good character is at number 10 of the things that make you a good flirt. Being respectful. Now, women rank this higher than men did. Being persistent at number 8.
I'm so good at that.
Being good with words.
Okay, sure.
The level of interest you show in somebody else at number 6 makes you a good flirt. Honesty at number 5.
What about
Key
showing
to
interest in
flirting.
yourself?
Politeness at number 4. Good looks at number 3. Men rank this higher than women do.
Of course.
Intelligence is at number 2. You want to take a shot at number 1?
Cockiness.
No.
What is it?
Humor.
Oh.
But what about like you, where you know you're good looking?
Who, me?
Yeah. Like you know you're good looking and have no problem saying it.
What are you trying to do to me right now, man?
No, like where's that on the list?
What do you mean? Me? Like cocky? No. Don't drag me into this. You do your own thing in the shorts. So the Snyder cut of Justice League, fans wanted this to happen for a very long time, and then HBO Max realized that the demand was there, and it would actually be really great to allow Zack Snyder to release his version of Justice League, because his kid passed away during production, and then he had to leave the production. Then Joss Whedon came in and redid the movie. So we've never seen the actual Zack Snyder version of Justice League. So that's happening on HBO Max. Then the conversation started yesterday. Well, what about David Ayer and the original Suicide Squad? Because David Ayer is another director that went through something similar, which was there were so many problems on that movie with the studio and the writing that the movie that was released, the stories were that this was nothing like the movie he made.
Really?
So he submitted a movie, and then they went in and hacked it apart and released something, a version of the movie, and did
Using
a whole
his
bunch
footage.
and did a whole bunch of reshoots. But the movie that he made was not the movie that we saw in theaters at all.
Oh.
The movie that has 27% on Rotten Tomatoes that everybody hated.
ouch.
So they asked him on Twitter yesterday if a Ayer cut of Suicide Squad exists, and he said, of course it does, and it's almost complete except for some visual effects. My cut would be easy to complete. It would be incredibly cathartic for me. It's exhausting getting your ass kicked for a film that got the Edward Scissorhands treatment. The film I made has never been seen.
Wow.
So now fans want the David Ayer director's cut of Suicide Squad because they feel that they got ripped off.
Could
with
this
that one
be
as
like
well.
a redemption for these big DC movies that have all failed?
So the problem that they had with Suicide Squad and the problem that they had with
Justice League.
One of the big things that you kept hearing over and over and over again was that the studio felt they were too dark. And so Joss Whedon came in and lightened it up and added some funny to Justice League. And then the same thing was made from whatever David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. But all of a sudden you have all this great fan, involvement of where they want the original cuts, which is one thing. But then you also see what Joker did, where Joker was rated R and it was extremely dark and fans loved it. So their sort of mentality back then of these movies are too dark, nobody will want to see them. Maybe now they're like, hey, let's give this a shot with these super dark
Look how
DC
much everybody
movies.
loved Joker.
Exactly. So that may be part of it. I don't know.
And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
Hey, Robin, how are you?
Hey, good. How's it going?
Good. You're out in Vancouver, right?
I'm in Vancouver. Yeah, pouring rain here.
Oh, is it really?
Pouring.
But okay, hold on a second though, Robin. Not to get into the stereotype of what happens with the weather in Vancouver, but isn't it always raining in Vancouver?
No, we had some moments of sun yesterday.
Okay.
Moments of sun.
Yeah.
It was glorious.
Did it rain yesterday though, at all?
I think it did a little, yeah.
Did it rain the day before?
No, it did not. But it did the day before that.
What was the high temp yesterday?
Like 22, I think?
Yeah, as a high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were we yesterday with the humidity? How were we?
It was like 30 something.
30 something,
Yeah.
right? Because let me tell you, okay, this is for all you people in Vancouver who wrote me 2 weeks ago, screenshotting.
You know who that was? That was my husband.
Yeah, no, he was not the only one.
That was what a small world.
Yeah.
That was your
That was
husband,
my
Robin?
Yeah.
Okay, not the only one, because all Catherine's
Wait, so
family
tell
lives
me,
out there
what
too.
What happened?
He DM'd Roz the weather and circled it and was like, oh, look at today. Because I guess it was raining in Toronto.
Yeah, and what did I write him back?
And then June, July, August, September, and October.
Yeah. I said, write me back in June, July, August, September, and October. All right, jabronis. Okay. Okay, so
All right,
what's your
we love
question?
you, Vancouver. What's your question, Robin?
Okay, so would you rather be naked at work for a full hour or be dropped off 2 miles from your house and have to make your way home naked?
Okay. Are there any parameters around this?
Well, I'm thinking no phone or money of any kind.
Okay.
And you cannot call your wives and husbands.
Right.
Being dropped off 2 miles away from home. Is it day or is it night?
Let's say peak traffic, like rush hour.
Okay, why don't we say this to just even it out? Same time of day as you would be in work. Just to even it out. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and here's the other thing too, is that you can't just be naked at work and go hide. Like you're naked at work, but you have to do your job. Like we would see.
Sitting at your office desk, chilling out.
Yeah, like we would see everything, you getting up to go to the bathroom, everything else.
Totally doing your normal behaviors for that day.
So here's the here's the difference though, right? Is that like for Maury and I, we live right downtown, which is very populated.
Yeah.
You're only naked at work for an hour. Like, that's not so bad.
Well, I know, but here's the thing. So what would you rather have? The people you see every single day see you naked and have that memory, or just strangers that you may never see again?
I don't mind the people at work because then I can finally say, see, told you.
Okay.
All right, sure.
Yeah. All right, Nubbins.
So my answer, Robin, would be to be dropped off like 2 miles away from home.
Yeah.
Because if I were to be in here naked, like it would be so weird. Like I can't even look at him in the face right now talking about this question.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could do the show for just 1 out of the 4 hours that we're on the radio and have to look you in the eyes while I'm naked.
Okay, question
But you're
for
behind
you.
a desk.
Question
Like you're standing behind a desk.
I can still see his face.
Yeah, there's cameras and there's everything from all sorts of angles. Right? I wouldn't be able to suck it in for that long. Right? It's just I would pass out.
You'd have to be fully shaved up and everything too.
Would it be easier, Mocha, if we were all naked?
No, I think that would be even more weird.
It would?
Yeah. It would still be weird. Because then I'd still have to look at you knowing that, like, look at you, like, in the eyes and know that you are also completely naked.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And that Maury will be joining you naked as well.
I would, I'd rather be dropped off 2 miles from home and have to make my way home.
Yeah, I think that I would. Maury, what would you do? You would prefer?
I do it at work.
You would? Why?
I knew it. Because it's like...
Because he's a pervert.
No, but it's easier to just like, if people around the street see you, then it's weird. Like, it's less weird around you guys.
You think it's less weird for us to see you naked?
Well, because like I've done so much crazy things on the show that to me being naked is like...
I honestly, Maury, I truly believe that if it came right down to it, you would choose to walk home naked than sit naked in front of us right now. I honestly believe that if it came right down to it, I know right now you're thinking that it would be easier because you're more comfortable with us and you could maybe have some fun with it, everything else. I think that if it came right down to it, you would choose to walk home naked than you would to sit in front of us naked.
Like right downtown, like walk home naked. And where I live, it's like, there's like, it's trendy.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to like take the elevator upstairs and everything.
Maury lives right down by Rogers Center. You're thankful that baseball's canceled, Maury. You'd have to, because that would add. Would you rather walk home 2 miles through 60,000 people naked?
Who are all leaving a Blue Jays game.
Yeah.
When they'd be saying somebody stole a bat.
Oh God. Okay.
Like those mini ones that you buy the kids, right?
Yeah, novelty bat with a little pen on the end of it.
What's your answer to this question?
I don't know. It's pretty stressful, so I think I'd have to hang out at work for an hour naked.
Really? What do you do for a living?
Yeah. Well, I work in a daycare.
Oh!
I'm thinking nap time.
Yeah.
Okay, nap time.
My God.
There's a lot of eyes closed.
Nah.
Very quiet. It's dark.
You don't get to pick which hour.
Yeah, no, it's your busiest hour.
All right. Yeah,
Right?
strangers.
It's your biz strangers, right? Yeah, I think that I would. I'm just so fearful of being like humiliated publicly. So I think that I would probably choose to be naked in here.
Really?
Yeah.
And if we're naked here, then
because you don't know my neighborhood, man. I don't live in a great neighborhood. Like the you know what I mean? Like I know, like I love my neighborhood, right? But it's like I walk down the street as it is, and the homeless people know my name and and they're very happy to see me.
Right.
You know, and I don't know if there's just so many people out on the street in my neighborhood. Like it's just so busy.
You wouldn't be able to recover. From that.
It's so busy, and I like to walk around my neighborhood. And I don't know if you could ever go back from that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If we do it, if we're all naked here, if we do it at work,
What do
it
you mean
checks,
we're all naked?
No, but it checks it off the list, and then we don't have to discuss it anymore.
No, we're not all getting naked, Maury, at
Like,
work.
Then it's done. We never need to bring it up again.
No. What are you trying to do right now?
I knew it.
Thanks, Robin.
No problem. Thanks for calling, guys.
All right,
Take
love you.
care. Shout out
Bye-bye.
to everybody in Vancouver.
Yeah,
All right. JS says, what is something, could be food, it could be a gadget, could be a movie, any purchase that you have made, right? What is something that you will confidently give a review of 5 out of 5 stars?
My espresso machine.
Really? No problems with
Why'd
it at
you
all?
say it like that? My espresso machine. All of a sudden he turns into Borat.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because it's like, it's really awesome, and I just absolutely love it. Like, it's just the greatest invention.
Oh, okay.
What is something that I would give 5 out of 5 stars?
Food, movie.
Oh, you know what I can say? But can a gift count?
Sure.
Okay, you know what I would give 5 out of 5 stars to?
What?
Hands down, no questions asked. And it's probably the first thing of its kind that I would give 5 out of 5 stars to.
Wow,
And
okay.
it was a gift from you, Mocha.
From me?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The Yeti travel mug. Yep.
Really?
That 5 to me
You like
5 out
it?
of 5 stars. Yep.
What is a Yeti travel mug?
So
This mug that I have right here.
It's an insulated mug.
Can I
by
say
a
that
company.
since I've seen Mocha use this, I've been looking, I don't know where to find this, and I want one.
Yeah, those things are incredible, and it's the right size.
Yeah.
I can, because the new coffee pot I make, you know how when you make coffee in a coffee pot, you say 4 cups, but what comes out is actually 2.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know what that means. Why not when you're designing a coffee machine, that 4 cups is actually 4 standard size mugs of coffee.
Yeah.
That's 4. But when you put 4, you get 2. It's the most, I don't understand that. Anyway, so when I make 4 in my coffee pot, it fills that perfectly, right? So it goes very, very well with that. The lid does not slide. The handle is amazing. It's a big wide base. I love it. I would give that thing 5 out of 5.
Really?
I have
Oh, that
no
makes me so
problem.
happy, man.
Actually, no. You know what? I can't because
I was feeling real good about that
I
gift
know.
now.
I like it. I like it, but it doesn't travel that well because you can't put it anywhere in the car.
Yes. 4.5 out of 5.
4.5 out
You know,
of
you
5.
can buy, there's an infomercial where you can buy inserts for your cup holder that makes the cup holder bigger.
I'm going to get a cup
smaller.
holder for the cup holder?
It's a cup holder for the cup holder.
You know what?
That's so true.
I know. You know what I'm going to get now? You know what I would like is I would like a TV tray that just sit on my lap while I'm in the car driving. Right? Where I could just actually just put stuff on the TV tray.
What would you put?
Like beans and a coffee,
Beans?
little bread, maybe.
Like baked
sandwich.
beans?
Yeah, I don't know what I would do. Yeah, I don't know, but I need something in the car.
How come
because
cars don't have like those trays like airplanes where it can go into the armrest?
I would say because of safety.
Yeah, I think they want to discourage people from putting like a quarter chicken dinner.
Yeah, but
right
when you have a kid
on the
though,
table.
because we keep a clipboard in the car now, because Roxy loves it. You just slide in the back of the seat, and then if she wants to draw or do anything, just grab the clipboard. But I agree, everything else but the driver's seat should have some sort of table mechanism for writing notes or putting down like a quarter chicken dinner.
But how is
something
like you
that.
have them in airplanes and not one car manufacturer said we should do the same thing?
Yeah, because I think that they're trying to discourage that.
But in the back
that's
seat,
another element of distracted driving, right?
No, but in the back seat for your kids and stuff.
Yeah, like tray tables that come down from the back of the seat.
Yeah, I'd be into that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm big into that. I think that would be great. So 5 out of 5. Maury, what would you give 5 out of 5?
He said his espresso machine.
Oh,
Anything
right.
else?
Yeah, but I'd give my dog a 4 out of 5.
No, that's not right. The dog pees on the floor still. That dog is not a 5. I'm telling you right now. I've never met that dog, and that dog is not a 5. Okay.
Speaking of mugs and gifts, do you still have the mug I gave you with my picture on it?
No, I don't. That was not a 5 out of 5 mug either.
If I have anything, that's a
good-sized
5
mug.
out of 5 at home. I mean, I love my snowblower, and it's given me 0 problems this past year and last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I would give that so far a 5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, my Dyson fan that's in the bedroom it can either do hot or cold.
Oh, yeah? Really, huh?
Yeah.
Is it one of those ones that like you can put your hand through it kind of thing? Yeah.
We bought that off the Amazon.
Man.
I really like my NBA 2K20, so I give that a 5 out of 5. I haven't found any flaws with that just yet.
Oh, it says movies, but can you put TV shows?
Sure, why not?
Little Fires Everywhere.
I
Watch
saw
it this weekend.
Watch that. Is it good? How many episodes?
So good. 7.
Oh, okay.
No, 8.
Oh, all right.
It's not a 5 out of 5.
Oh, did you watch it?
No, I watched the first episode.
Well, then you can't judge.
Well, no, I can't because I wouldn't judge the first episode 5 out of 5, so I'm not going to judge the whole season. It would be impossible at that point. The math doesn't work. God, I'm trying to think of what else. You know what? I have a really good knife at home.
Do you?
Yeah, that I would give a 5 out of 5 to. Also a really good cutting board that I would give a 5 out of 5 to. Stuff like that, I give 5 out of 5s. 100%.
What?
The Instapot.
The what?
The Instapot. The Instapot.
What is that?
A slow cooker?
Well, like a pressure cooker.
Why don't you
thing.
say pressure cooker?
But it's called Instapot.
Is that like a thing? Instapot?
We made chili. So we were discussing yesterday. We made chili yesterday on the hottest day of the year.
Yeah.
And we could have put it for 7 hours in the crock pot.
Yeah.
But then we read that you can put it 20 minutes in the Instapot.
Right.
Your chili's done. 20 minutes.
That's like eating lasagna on a 32-degree weather day.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, that was like me last week when I decided to make lasagna, and it was like 30 degrees
Wait,
out.
you made lasagna last weekend? Dude, you owe me a slice of lasagna.
I don't owe you anything.
I had a bet.
I owe you nothing.
We had a bet.
No, I owe you.
I don't think
owe
it was
you
a bet.
nothing.
I think
it wasn't
it was more
a
of
bet.
a demand.
Yeah, you demanded a lasagna, and I said that I would make you a lasagna if we got to 5 days at minus.
I think it was -5.
Minus
No,
5?
5 days in the minuses.
5 days in a row in the minuses. And if you would believe, I know we thought that we had a terrible winter, but we did not have 5 days in a row in the minuses where it did not get above 0.
So you lucked out.
And so I didn't make Maury Maury lasagna.
Mocha, just let me ask you a question here. He made a lasagna. Should he not have just brought a slice and said, "Hey, good winter. Here you go."
No.
No.
I don't think so.
No. Here, you want to see a picture of it more?
You know what I do?
Here, look at this. Was me the other night. This was me the other night with my leftovers.
Glorious. And it's a corner piece too.
Maury's eyes just turned into hearts.
Yeah. Right. Oh, here, look at this. Look at this stack of pancakes. I'd never made pancakes before. Can you believe that?
Really?
No, I'd never made pancakes before.
Have you made waffles?
And Roxy said she wanted pancakes for breakfast. So look at this perfect stack of pancakes I made.
Oh, wow. They're all the same size, too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right? Look at that. Wow. And I don't know how many pancakes kids eat, so I made her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I stacked them all up.
And she ate them all?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What'd you put on it? Or what did she put on it?
Just a little bit of syrup. But we had this discussion because she has never had Aunt Jemima syrup.
Okay.
Because Aunt Jemima's syrup is just like candy. And once you have Aunt Jemima, you can't go back and have anything else because it's just not going to be good enough. So she only knows like real maple syrup, like from a can that you have to crack.
Oh,
right? She's never had Aunt Jemima's syrup before. Never, because it's like ketchup. It's just only sugar.
Yeah.
There
right?
are people that think Aunt Jemima syrup is maple syrup. It's not.
No,
They're
it's not.
It's
Yes.
not.
Yeah, it's completely different things.
There's not maple syrup in there at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all flavoring and everything else.
Wait,
Don't get
so
me wrong. I grew up with Aunt Jemima syrup.
Did you eat any of the pancakes?
No, I didn't eat that stuff.
Oh.
No.
Why not?
My ass is getting big, man.
Oh, wow.
We talked about this last week.
Okay, first of all, it's not.
Thank you, Maury. I'm still not getting naked.
All right, Aaron asks, if a piece of spaghetti accidentally came out of your nose,
shut up.
would you sniff it back in or pull it out with your fingers?
No, pull it out.
No, hold on. How much is coming out at the time
Let's
that you're
say an
sniffling back?
equal half of the piece.
Yeah.
Equal.
I say,
Well, then you have to pull it out.
yeah, pull it out with your fingers.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, you're not okay. Nobody's
It's the
snorting
same
that back
thing of when
out.
there's like a booger coming. You don't snort a booger back.
Yeah, I snort a booger back. Sure.
Nicole asks, if you could only have 3 seasonings for the rest of your life, what would they be?
Well, salt, pepper.
Yeah.
That's 2.
See,
What
I was
would the
thinking
third
about
be?
this
What would the third be?
because my answer is also salt and pepper, and I don't know what my third answer would be.
Can herbes de Provence be one? Because to me, that's my favorite seasoning.
Yes, that could be
Because
one.
in that seasoning is many other seasonings.
No, but you buy it. It's in a bottle, like all made up like that.
Because I love herbes de Provence. But I also love cumin.
I don't know. Like chili powder, maybe? Maybe would be my third.
Here, I'm going to throw one out there right now.
Cinnamon is a seasoning.
It is, yes. I'm going to throw one, spice. I'm going to throw one out there right now, okay, which is for me, the one thing I can't replicate in any other sort of part of the kitchen. So I'm going to say salt and pepper, right? Now, I would say herb de Provence, but I don't really like it. But you could make that on your own if you wanted to. You could dry
It's
your
lavender,
own things.
blah,
It's
blah, blah.
lavender, everything else, right? I would say cumin. However, cumin you can sort of replicate in other ways, and cumin on its own is not that great. I always like cumin with all these other things in it, which is fine. I'm not going to do anything hot like a pepper because I can always just use a liquid or just use fresh peppers or whatever it is. But I'm going to say that my third, the one that I cannot replicate using other ingredients in the fridge, I'm going salt, pepper, and smoked paprika.
Ooh, paprika.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
But can we say cinnamon?
Yeah, you can say cinnamon.
But I guess you could replicate that. You just grind cinnamon.
Yeah, you just grind cinnamon. But I can't replicate smoked paprika.
Can the KFC spice that you can now buy be considered a seasoning?
Well, that's 11 of them.
I know, but it's all in one thing.
Is it?
Yeah,
They released the whole thing?
Yes, they do.
They've released the secret?
It's not the real. It's not the real one.
It's not the no. It's
No.
like it's with all the other spices. There's like KFC. There's Swiss chalet. You can buy the Swiss chalet gravy in a thing. But you can buy the KFC
I know you can
thing.
buy the Swiss chalet, but I've never seen the KFC. I've never seen the build your own KFC before.
I
What is
swear
it?
I've seen this. Maybe it might have been limited edition, just like they came out with mayo chop, like the Heinz mayo chop.
Wait, what is it? Is it in like a jar
Like a
and then you
shaker thing.
sprinkle it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Hold on here.
You telling me they've released their 12 or 11 herbs and spices? The
I
secret?
could have sworn I saw this as a limited edition.
I don't know.
thing.
I think we would have heard about this. I don't know.
Hold on here. Let me just see.
You remember mayo chop?
No.
Where it's mayo and ketchup in one squeeze bottle.
I don't remember that.
And
When
on
was
Friday
that?
they came out
Oh,
with.
wait. Was that last week?
Yeah,
Or,
but no,
not last week. Sorry, last year?
Last year, but this weekend they came out with mayo racha.
Oh, enough.
I don't know if they. I don't think you're correct on this.
I may
Maura.
not be.
Yeah, I don't think you are.
I may be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think you are. I really wish you were right, but I think that you're wrong. It's interesting though when you start getting into the dynamics and the spices of KFC. There's an old school like shaker mix, like what you were talking about of spices, and it's been around forever. And the story was, if I'm not mistaken, that this was what the original KFC used, and then they wound up copying.
Oh, Colonel Saunders stole this?
A version of this particular spice.
Like Colonel Saunders, when he lived in Mississauga, Ontario, found this. What you're talking about?
No. This is before Mississauga. This is back when he was still in Kentucky. In Kentucky. But apparently there is this company that. And I think that's the story. I'll find the name of it.
Shake and Bake.
No. Are you thinking Shake and Bake?
I'll add some salt and pepper to it. Boom.
No, it's not Old Dutch, but it's something like Old Dutch. It's something like one of those. Hold on, fried chicken spice. I know it's a yellow container. Yellow container. No, it's not Old Bay. Do you like Old Bay? You ever use Old Bay seasoning?
No.
Oh, bruh. Old Bay seasoning is what they sell at when you go to the fish counter. It's always in these tiny little square metal containers.
Oh, yeah,
right
yeah.
up there. It's called Old Bay. Buy
Okay.
it. You'll love
Really?
it. Yeah, Old Bay's a great
Like
season-
OXO?
No. Mark, you know nothing about... Are you guys talking about asparagus right now?
Oh, I know what you mean. Shake and bake.
Yeah, guys, hold on. Let me just... Water, right?
Lisa M asks, have you ever purchased a toy for your child that they hated, and what was it? I don't know if I've purchased anything for Cruz that he hated. I've purchased things that he's been like disappointed about. For
Yeah.
example, one time we went to the dollar store and I got him, he really wanted this smiley face balloon.
Yeah.
And it was like helium filled and everything. And he loved it, right?
Yeah.
Played with it until it deflated and then magically disappeared. So he had been asking for a smiley face balloon. So I went out to, I think it was Party City, and I bought, they didn't have any of the really, really big ones, but they had smiley face balloons on a stick, right?
Oh, no. Oh, not the same. Not.
So I brought it home. And mind you, he's only 3, right?
Yeah.
So I bring it home, And I said, Cruz, I have a surprise for you. I was hiding it behind my back, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, what is it? What is it? And I gave it to him. He's like, smiley face balloon. I was like, I told you. And he looks at it and he says, I want a big smiley face balloon. I was like, buddy, this is the only one that they had. And then like subtly dissed, not knowing that he dissed me, but he was like, that's okay. I like the little smiley face balloon.
Yeah. But just disappointed.
Just disappointed.
Yeah, and also it's on a stick,
And
right?
it's on a
I know
stick,
they're
yeah.
never as fun as the helium ones, right? You feel terrible. Yeah, we got Roxy a phone that she didn't like.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like a cell phone?
Yeah. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. She's only now, she's had it now 8 months, and she's only now just sort of starting to come around to it. We thought that it was going to be awesome. And it's just like a Toxin text plan. She can't go on the internet on it or anything like that. And we just thought, she could like text her grandparents and text us if we're late, because she needed one, because she had all these extracurriculars after school. And sometimes the teacher got sick and it got canceled, and she needed a way to just get a hold of Catherine. And so we thought this was going to be awesome. So we got her the phone, and then we put like a real cool background on it for her. And we transferred all her favorite apps that she had on Catherine's phone onto her phone.
Yeah.
And then she opened it and was just really struggling to just be super appreciative of it. Right.
Yeah.
And she, like, don't get me wrong, she's not unappreciative of it, but it's just she doesn't have a lot of interest in it. And then at the end of the day, like at the end of her birthday, we were like, hey, Rox, just so you know, you don't have to love the phone. And she goes, oh, okay, good, thank you, because I don't.
Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah, which is fine. She was totally honest, right?
Yeah.
And now the phone is a part of her life, but it's just not a big part of her life. So she has introduced the phone into her world on a very, very, very limited scale, which I'm more than happy with. I'm the dad who gave his kid a phone, and it sits on the shelf for most days.
Right.
Right. And
That's
I'm
good,
fine
though.
with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
There was one year I remember I gave my goddaughter, because she was talking about like photography or something, always wanting to take pictures, right?
Yeah.
And I think she was always taking her mom's phone to take pictures. One Christmas, I bought her a camera.
Oh.
And it was, Wi-Fi and everything. You transfer the pics from your camera to your phone, whatever, right? And all these great features. I was like, yo, this is a pretty bomb-ass camera. So we were there when she opened it. And in my mind, the reaction would have been like, oh my God, this is great. Thank you so much. I love my new camera. And she's like, oh, cool. And then they put it down and didn't even look at it. I was like, look at all these cool features that are on this camera.
That's the worst.
I got you the extended warranty and everything.
Yeah, it's the worst. You transfer it right to it, because I know you just want it for social and everything else, but it's that easy. You just transfer right to your phone. Nothing.
And I was like, cool. And then I remember a couple of weeks or months, I was like, hey, so how you liking that camera? Right? I was like, yeah, it's all right,
Oh, no. Does she use it now, though? Do you know? Did she ever come around to it or no?
I don't think so.
No, I know. It sucks. That's too bad. That's too bad.
Okay, this is a fun one.
Okay.
Because I know two of us will have the same answer.
Okay.
What is something you wish you had? Oh, by the way, this is from Andrew. What is something you wish you had, but your spouse won't allow you to get?
Oh.
So I think, Roz, you and I may have the same answer as I don't really think that there's anything our significant others
she
would tell us that we're not allowed to have. However, David Morey, on the other hand.
Oh, I have a laundry list.
Yes.
My top of the list would be bedroom TV.
We know that.
What else have you wanted that Matthew completely shut down?
Access to the bed.
Oh, I was going to say another husband.
What, you want another husband?
And he says no.
Oh, wow. Surprise, surprise.
Still sleeping on that couch, huh?
Right?
Anything else?
Well, for the longest time it was a dog, and I just went out and got Andy, and now Andy loves Matthew.
No. Don't say you just ran out and got the dog. This has been a process for how many years now?
Over 12 years, yeah.
Right. Yes.
The top of the list is the bedroom TV. It's all I want. I want to be able to lie in bed on a Saturday morning and see what's on, or
just lie in bed on a Saturday morning.
You already have a bedroom TV. It's in the living room.
It's true. I don't need this one now.
You can do that on a Saturday morning.
It's true. I don't need this one now. Oh, and I even wanted like a new car. Like I want like I'm just like, can I get a new? This one's all banged
But
up.
you had a new car.
No, this is the only car I've ever had.
But
the
it was
Toyota
new.
Yaris. It was new.
Yeah.
And that's all banged up and stuff. And I'm like, can I just trade it in
but
and
you're
get
the one that
another
banged
one?
it up.
I know.
And he's like, he goes, you are not allowed to get a new car, not until this one dies on the side of a road. And I'm like, but what am I going to do then?
Yeah, well, it looks that way more because you drive by touch.
That's so true.
Geez. No, I would say Catherine has never and would never say don't get that. I think that the only way that conversation would come up is if I were to do something that would potentially be dangerous.
Right.
Right? Like if I said, I'll tell you right now, you know where Catherine would say, you know where the fight would happen? If I told her I wanted to buy a gun.
Oh, yeah. See, that wouldn't even cross my mind.
Yeah. Oh, see, because I want guns.
No, but if you came home with like, some taxidermy or something, would she like, or if you wanted to buy taxidermy?
No, I'll tell you the reason I don't play that game more is because then she will come home with something equally gaudy because Catherine loves stuff like that.
So if you came home with a big, like a stuffed bear, like she'd be like,
no,
cool?
honestly, Catherine, like our design sort of, we have a big middle ground that Catherine and I agree on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And that way designing things becomes easy, but she has her sort of far right and I have my far left. And those two worlds do not mix like at all. Like Catherine will sometimes send me pictures of things being like, it'll be like a couch or a chair or a rug or whatever. And she'll just be like thoughts and she'll send me the picture. And I honestly think she's goofing on me where I write back and I'm like, oh my God, who would put that in their home? And then she'll write back, I think it's cute. Right? Like,
so I just bought it.
Yeah.
It's getting delivered on Thursday.
Yeah. So that kind of thing. But I think that if I wanted a gun or you know what? I think that if I told Catherine that I wanted to buy another motorcycle because I had one years ago, I think that if I told her I wanted to buy another motorcycle,
What about nipple ring?
Which I don't. I've already had a nipple ring. When I met Catherine, we both had nipple rings. Yeah, no, she's
or
fine
the
with
bull
that.
ring in between your nose.
She had the back of her neck pierced when I met her.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it used to make me sick to my stomach. I would touch it because she was like, we had these fantastic makeout sessions, and I would put my hand on her, like on her back or like on the back of her neck, and my finger would touch this barbell that she had like coming out of the skin, out of the back of her neck, and I was like, it just made me so sick to my stomach because that's not supposed to be there, right?
Did the skin did the hole fill in? And
is it still there?
I've never even looked.
Or is there like an indent of skin?
I've never even looked.
Can you look today?
Yeah, I'll look today. No, I've never even looked. But she had a nipple pierced, and I had a nipple pierced, and she had that thing, nape, I think is what they call it, on the nape of your neck.
Wait,
pierced.
did the nipple piercing? What was it like? A ring?
Like mine?
Yeah, or was it like also a barbell?
No. It was a hoop.
Yours was a hoop.
Yeah,
What was hers?
A hoop.
Which nipple?
Oh no!
Did you have?
Did she have a hoop? No, she had a little barbell. I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, did they ever get caught?
I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you have left or right?
Left.
You know what that means?
What?
No, I've no idea. I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Oh, neither do I.
Oh, okay.
So why'd you say it like that? Like you know?
Yeah.
Every week on Instagram, @Kiss925 is where
weird.
you'll find Ask Roz and Mocha. Ask your questions and we'll try to answer as many as we can on a future episode of the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.